of the Elimination Finals. Let's go. Well, let's get it. Here we go. All right. I reckon we're on. No. Okay, now we are on. Hey guys, how you going? So BKR Sport. We are here for the first elimination final of the finals. We've had two, obviously, double chances where the Warriors did lose, so they'll be taking on the winners of the Raiders and Knights game tomorrow. But the Storm obviously lost last night to the Broncos, and they play the winner of this game next week between the Cronulla Sharks and the Sydney Roosters here tonight. And this one could be a cracker. We've had two really disappointing first couple of games in the final series, two massive blowouts. So we're really hoping this one can be a good one. You know, it really does have the makings for a good game. It doesn't look like there is a clear favourite here by any means. You know, it really is a hard one to predict. And, you know, that's what we want. We want this game to go to the wire. We want to have a game where we can actually, you know, feel a little bit nervous and excited going into the last few moments rather than falling asleep at the wheel for the last, you know, 20, 30, 40 minutes like we've seen in the last two games. But yeah, just to clarify for everyone who doesn't know, if the Sharkies lose this game, they're out. If the Roosters lose this game, they're out. This is do or die, sudden death, and there is no more double chances for the rest of the final series. So now is when we get to the real nitty-gritty of the season, guys. Now, let's get into the two team lineups here. The game does start in 25 minutes time. Obviously, let's go and smack that like button. Subscribe if you are new around here, and let's get into it. So the Sharks, they come into this game in 6th position, with the Roosters coming into the game in 7th position. The Sharks are $1.93 to the Roosters $1.91. That is basically, there's no favourite. I know that the Roosters have a 2-cent favouritism. There's no favouritism. It's just simply no one knows who to predict in this game. This is at PointsBet Stadium, which is Sharky Park in Sydney, with about 2 people as capacity. I know it's like actually 13,000, but to see this as an elimination final here with a sold-out crowd is quite funny considering the capacity of the stadium at the moment. But at least it is good weather down there in Sydney. We saw that over in Penrith. It was beautiful, so hopefully it is beautiful here tonight as well. Now for the Sharkies, in Jesse Colquhoun, out Braden Hamlin-Uele. Fullback-wise, Connor Tracy, with the wingers being Sione Katoa and Ronaldo Mortalo. Centres, Jesse Ramian and Siosifa Talakai. 5'8"-wise, Braden Trindle. Halfback, Nico Hines. Unfortunately, no wet-haired Nico tonight. But, you know, Nico, he needs to step it up right now. You know, he needs to step it up and prove himself in the finals. You know, obviously we've seen him win the Dally M, but you can prove yourself in the finals, big fella, because last year, obviously, they went out in straight sets, and this year, if they don't win tonight, they're gone in straight one. Just gone, so like in and out, shake it all about. So I think this needs to be a really, really big stomping point here for Nico Hines to prove that he is the guy to take the Sharks to that next level. He is obviously one of the best players in the game, but you do just need to reinforce that we are here to win premierships, not just obviously sit back. I know as a Tigers or a Titans or you know, all these other teams, Dragons and whatnot, it may feel like that, but at the end of the day, you are here to win premierships. So we do need to see Nico Hines really take a lead tonight. Now, front row forwards, Toby Rudolph and Royce Hunt, with the number 9 being Blake Brayley. Back row, Britton Nakora and Wade Graham, and Wade is the captain, with Cameron McInnes as the lock. Now, Wade, this could be his last ever game tonight as well, because he's retiring at the end of the season. So this could be his last game. Maybe next week's his last game. Maybe wins the grand final. You don't know, but the boys should be playing for him as well. Interchange-wise, Jack Williams, Thomas Hazelton, Oregon Kafusi, and Jesse Colquhoun, with Kyle Iro as the 18th man replacement. The Sharks have no excuses. I know they don't have William Kennedy from halfway through the season, but the fact of the matter is that was halfway through the season. Connor Tracy is, well, not halfway through the season, it was only about 3 weeks ago, whatever. But the point of the matter is that I know they've had no Will Kennedy, but Connor Tracy's not that bad at fullback. He's a pretty lively player, can actually kind of play as a third half as well. It's a good player, man. So, look, I think that Connor Tracy should be able to get the job done here today at the fullback, and I don't think you'd be worried too much at all. But the Sharks have no excuses, man. You're at home. You're at home. You thought you were going to be a big-time team this year. I had them in the grand final alongside the Rabbitohs. God help my predictions, eh? But the Sharks have no excuses. They have to be winning this game. And the Roosters, Joey Manu, he comes back in with Drew Hutchison going out Sunday. He'll be in tears. He'll be shattered that Hutcho is going out. Fullback-wise, James Tedesco, he's the captain, with Fatalega Pauga and Joey Suali'i on the wings. Billy Smith and Joey Manu are the centres, with Luke Keary in the 5'8" and Sam Walker in the halfback. Front row forwards, Lindsay Collins and Egan Butcher, with the number 9 being Brandon Smith. Back rowers, Sia Wong and Nat Butcher, with Victor Radley as the lock. Interchange-wise, Fletcher Baker, Sandon Smith, Terrell May and Angus Crichton, with Corey Allen as the 18th man replacement. Crazy to leave a Queensland Maroons legend champion of the Origin Arena, Corey Allen, as the 18th man replacement. This is disgraceful. I'm offended by it. But I'm going to go into the for and against of both these teams before I do give my prediction. Obviously, I will be getting behind the Sharkies tonight for my mum, but I can tell you right now that overall, this is a 50-50 game. So, look, I actually think the Sharkies do win this game. I do think that the Roosters' time has come. However, it's not a confident tip at all. It really isn't. This is not a confident tip. I was confident in the Panthers. I wasn't greatly confident in the Storm, and that proved, right? But I was very confident in the Panthers. I don't think there's anyone who's going to be confident in this game. And I'm actually even confident in tomorrow's game between the Raiders and Knights. I will probably tip the Knights, but with that being said, it's a bit 50-50. Well, not 50-50. It's probably like 70-30 in favour of the Knights there. But the Raiders could, sneak something. But we'll get into that tomorrow anyway. Now, in regards to points scored this season, the Sharks, who finished in 6th position, obviously one spot above the Roosters, they had 619 points scored. So that is 150-odd above the Roosters, who scored 472 points. What is that? That is 147 points on the top of my head. 147 points. The Sharks have scored more than the Roosters in 2023, which is a big telling sign there. The Roosters have come into the top 8 with the worst points scored in the comp. And if you actually go back through their most recent weeks, they haven't actually played any of the real big dog kind of teams. And I'm not saying the Sharkies are a big dog kind of team, but they can be one of those teams when they feel like it. I feel that when they feel like it, but if you watch the Sharks, you know what I'm talking about. So the Roosters have come into this final series scoring in 8th for the top 8 teams. And if you want to go and have a look attacking wise, they're actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They've done that. 14. They're 14th. The Roosters are 14th for attack this year, which tells you quite a lot. And then you go and have a look at the Sharkies with 619. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. They are 4th. 1, 2, yeah, they are 5th. Yeah. They are 5th for attack. So 5th going up against 14th in regards to attack. Defensively speaking, the Roosters have given up 496 points, with the Sharks giving up 497 points. So that is a complete wash there. Their defense, both those teams, isn't actually as horrific as you would think. 497, 496 is actually kind of around the par mark, which is why I guess they're in 6 and 7. But it's just that attack from the Sharks that really does, take it to that next level and say, you know what, maybe the Sharkies do just have a bit more attack in them than the Roosters do. I can tell you right now, that 472 is really, really disappointing for a Roosters team that a lot of people had for the minor premiership. I put them in 5th. I'm okay with them going in 7th. I'm okay when you kind of go off by about 2 spots or so. I think that's pretty reasonable. But Roosters had aspirations of winning the comp, and they still have a chance of winning the comp, but they finished quite low in the table going into the finals. So, I don't know. I just think that attack there really does prove to me that the Sharkies should be able to win this one, especially being at home. But again, it is just going to be a really, really tough one to call. Now, I'm going to go have a look at the last time these two teams played each other. I think it was quite a while ago, to be fair. Yeah, Sharkies beat the Roosters 22-12 at Shark Park in April. I kind of just forget about that, really. That's a long time ago now. Did they play each other a second time? I think the Roosters beat them in the second time, didn't they? No, they haven't played. They've only played once this year, and the Sharkies did win it. So, similar to the Panthers in a lot of ways, every stat favours the Sharks here, except for the 1 point difference on defense, which basically is just simply a wash. So, every stat here favours the Sharks. However, the Sharks aren't the ones in form right now. You go and have a look at their recent record. The Sharkies, obviously, they beat the Raiders. They got flogged by the Knights. They beat the Cowboys. They flogged the Titans. They beat the Rabbitohs. Got flogged by the Panthers. Got beat by Manly and whatnot. So it's a bit, topsy-turvy there. Obviously got flogged by the Warriors the week before that as well. And then you go and have a look at the Roosters, who have come home like an absolute train. They beat the Rabbitohs to make the finals. Obviously, they beat the Tigers. That's very surprising. Beat the Eels. Beat the Dolphins. Beat Manly. Did get pumped by the Broncos, obviously. So the only decent team amongst all those teams that they played was the one they got pumped 32-10 in. Obviously beat the Titans there. Got beaten, by the Melbourne Storm as well. So that's another team up the top end of the table that they did lose to, and by a significant margin, 13 plus. Obviously lost to the Raiders and Manly. So their recent form has been great. But again, people are really forgetting the fact that recent form is against the Titans, the Manly Sea Eagles, the Dolphins, the Eels, the Tigers, and the Rabbitohs. So there's nothing really convincing there that kind of tells you that the Roosters should be winning this game comparatively to the Sharks. But with that being said, the Sharks have also been losing to the bigger kind of teams. They did obviously put it to the sword of the Raiders, but the Raiders aren't really a big team this year. So, look, I think that it is obviously quite even, but I would lean in favour with the Sharks with those stats. So, it's going to be an interesting one here, guys. Obviously, let's get into the chat now, see what you guys are saying. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. And just before we do obviously get into the chat, I do have to say that we are obviously collaborating alongside a GameDay Squad Fantasy Sports for the 2023 Finals Series. Now, if you don't know what GameDay Squad Fantasy Sports is, you definitely should go and check it out. It's in the pinned comment in the chat. It's basically like a mixture of FIFA packs and playing Supercoach. So if you play Supercoach or NRL Fantasy, basically you get players, and those players in the real game, their points will go onto your team in Supercoach and NRL Fantasy. And then you obviously mix it in with FIFA where you get basically the random packs and you get random players throughout that. It's a surprise and whatnot. So it's pretty fun. Obviously, it's something that you should check out. So there is the pinned comment in the chat. But just to read through here, coaches select a team of players each week and their individual scores aggregate to determine the team's overall score. Win weekly prizes as well, which is great. So even if your team is kind of out of the big overall scheme, you can still win weekly prizes, and it's really easy to sign up. I've got my team. I'm going to beat you all. Like truly, I truly believe I'll beat you all, especially when I'm going to get a Lofiana Canberra. He's going to score a billion tries. He's going to score a billion tries. May not be in the finals, but that's because we're on the bye, because the Titans are just too good. The Titans are just simply too good. But all right, guys, let's get to the chat. Like I said, thumbs up, subscribe, and let's get it. I also, Lau for you, thank you very much for the $9 donation, saying up the Sharkies for Mama BKR. I actually screenshotted that and sent that to Mum. I screenshotted that and she said it was really lovely. Really lovely, because obviously it shows that, you know, other people are thinking about her and whatnot. So she appreciated that message there, Lau for you. Chloe Weeks is up at the Roosters. Jack Hoskins says prediction for tomorrow's game. I am taking the Knights. I think the Raiders will make it close though. I'll go Knights 1-12. PSV is an easy dub for the Sharks. I don't think it's going to be an easy dub for the Sharps. Sharps. Oh no, not the right word to say there. Oh no, not the Sharps. But I don't think it'll be an easy win for the Sharks here, but I do believe the Sharkies will have it in them to get the win here, prove the critics wrong, and move into a game next week, which will be really tough, and it will actually set up a nice little rivalry game there, because the Sharks and Storm do have a rivalry. Storm and Roosters kind of, but not really. That's it. That was a competitive rivalry. There's nothing really in it now. But Sharks and Storm still does have feeling from that 2016 Grand Final. And both teams that have, dubious foundations. Andrew says, hi guys, hope you're all good. We're going all right, mate. We're going all right. Chloe says it is a 50-50 chance. Yeah, it's the definition of a 50-50, this one. This one, you just couldn't. You couldn't guarantee anything. Andrew says overs 4.5. I think overs, yeah. I think this game has the overs in it. I do think that there is a chance that either team could win this game 13 plus as well. I think either team. And that shows you how close it is, that whoever turns up here on the day will win this one. I don't even think if the Warriors turned up on the day against the Panthers before they beat that Panthers team. That Panthers team was just absolutely solid, phenomenal, and you couldn't beat them. So, yeah, look, I think that overall it's a 50-50 game, but either team can win this game 13 plus. Obviously, either team can win this game 1-12, but I do think there should be enough points in it. And if it is a 13 pluser, I could see it going over the 40.5 realistically anyway. So, yes, I would do that. Flaxy says, go the Titans. We love the Titans. We are all Titans fans. Go the Titans. We love the Gold Coast. We love that, Flaxy. Thank you very much. We appreciate that, mate. Christian Kerr says, easily the most 50-50 game of the finals this year. I'm a lean with Sharkies because of home ground. I'll tell you, you can confirm this with Clarkey, and you can confirm this with a few other people. A Sharks atmosphere is not that great anymore. It used to be really good. I used to love Shark Park. I used to love going there. Atmosphere was great. It really has died down in regards to its atmosphere recently. I was there a few weeks ago, and it wasn't fantastic. You know, and they won the game 36-6. They flogged us. But there just was... We were well louder. We got even told to be quiet at one point because people wanted to watch the game and not have to hear noise at a footy game. You know, so although it is home ground advantage, the fact of the matter is that the atmosphere isn't that great at Sharky Park at the moment. They need to try and find a way to rejuvenate it because it used to be really good. Andrew says, hey, no Titans slander. They're my new team. A good man. See? This is what I'm talking about, guys. We've made a lot of people Titans fans this year. And I'm honest with you, too, because a lot of people have been commenting on vlogs and whatnot saying it. Plus, we've got Andrew here as well, So get on the choo-choo bandwagon, baby. Choo-choo Desi Hazel special. Mata bish! That's what I'm talking about. Desi Hazel special. Mata bish. Chloe Weeks is the Sharks season tonight. I don't think so. I think next week. Shing says it's a library at Shark Park. It is. It is. It is. They need to do better, man. Their fans need to do better. I know that, it's coming from the person who is one of the loudest blokes on the planet, but overall, the Sharks, their fans need to get something going for their team. To be completely... I would never be able to do it. I'd never be able to have the same kind of passion for another rugby league team at all. Not even close, really. But the Sharks are, probably begging that the Titans, don't continue as a club so they can get someone like me to their games. Gee whiz. Christian Kerr says Penrith would be loving their draw now, either playing Sharkies, Roosters or Melbourne, all of which they should handle comfortably. I think that Melbourne look done. They look just simply done. I don't think they win next week. I honestly think that whoever wins this game might have a chance of beating Melbourne next week. I do actually have the Sharks to beat Melbourne. I don't have the Roosters to beat Melbourne, actually. I have the Sharks to beat Melbourne. But if the Roosters win this game, I wouldn't have them beat Melbourne. But then again, I've been kind of tipping against the Roosters for the last part of the season, which makes sense. And you have a look at the stats, it makes sense. So, granted, I do look at that. But overall, I do think the Sharks have a bit of a better chance. Dazmate says, I got the Sharks in the sweepstakes, but the person with the Panthers has agreed to swap with me. No, Dazmate, no, you got the Bulldogs, remember? We swapped. You got the Bulldogs, I got the Sharks. Up. Fantasy Football Guy says, how do you pronounce the guy that's replacing Hamlin Ueli's name? I think it's Jesse Colquhoun. Calhoun, maybe? I don't know. That's, I'm pretty good with pronunciations. I think the commentary says Calhoun. It looks like Colquhoun, but I'm pretty certain commentary calls him Calhoun. I'm not too sure. If somebody can actually clarify that for me, it'd be great. Brighton says, I don't know, I can see either of these teams beating Storm next week. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If the Storm play like they did last night, with no Pappenhausen was probably one of their better players last night. Maybe, Tax Sims did some pretty good stuff too, actually. But Puppy was probably their best player. I don't know. I think that, and then they've also lost Xavier Coates. Obviously, no Puppy. I think, did they lose their other winger as well? Will Warbrick? I think they did. I think they lost Warbrick. So the Storm were in an absolute hot bother. I honestly believe that either of these teams could beat the Storm, but it is in Melbourne. Jay says, get blitzing the job. Flaxy says, yeah, great Titans win over the Wires, obviously. What do you think? Fair game? How is the form of the Warriors? The Warriors, I've been calling this for a long time. I've been saying that the Warriors, when they get to the finals, will, see what I'm saying. And we saw what I was saying. We definitely saw what I was saying. Panthers were good, obviously. They clocked off in the second half, though. And still, obviously, didn't really concede much. But the Warriors were never going to do anything as well without Sean Johnson. And that's why I say, I said before the game, the Warriors, right from before that game, you were going to be getting a good look at the future with this Warriors team. Everyone's always like, the Warriors, they're coming, even if they don't win this year, they'll win next year. Not necessarily, because Sean Johnson is the crux of this team. He is the guy of this team. And I said, watch this game without Sean Johnson, look at the halves, look what they've got. If it doesn't work out, then you can probably start to see what the future is kind of looking like if things don't go to plan. And that's exactly what happened. They had no direction in the halves. They had Dylan Walker and, was it Metcalf? No, Tamari Martin. Obviously, Metcalf's injured. Sean Johnson's out. But, the Warriors do look very, very worrying in regards to attack. And their defense got obliterated by a team that didn't really look like they cared in the second half. So, yeah, very worrying signs for the Warriors. I do see them beating either the Knights or the Raiders next week in New Zealand. But then, look, we're probably going to get our Broncos versus Warriors game that I've been looking forward to for so long. I've been looking forward to that for so long. Christian says, have they sold out Shark Park? Yeah, it's not that hard to sell out a stadium that has about 14 people capacity. But of course they would. 13,000. If they don't, there's a disgrace. Brighton says, Coates was their best for me. Yeah, Coates was their best, and then you probably said Little Mum and Puppy. They lost Seve, I think. Did they lose Seve as well? I know they lost Xavier Coates. I know they lost Puppy, and I'm pretty certain they lost Will Warbrick too. But if they lost Seve as well, but Seve is not exactly a guy, and it's with no disrespect intended, he's not exactly a guy that's going to impact the game on a dramatic level. So, okay, you lose him, but really a make or break for me. Dasmate says, I wouldn't be copying Blocker with the pronouncing of names. He's the type of person to spell cat with a K. He does spell cat with a K. I also remember him saying Fama Usuli for Tino. Tino Fa'asul Malawi. He called him Fama Asui. Fama Asui or Fama Asuli? Famusuli or something like that. Anyway, it was awful. It was awful. Richard Productions says, I've tipped the Sharks by 10. Richard Productions, you're a Sharks fan. Of course you tipped the Sharks by 10. Of course you did. Because you're a Sharks fan. We cannot listen to you about the Shark. We cannot listen to Shark fan tip Shark. We cannot listen to Rooster fan tip Rooster. We have to listen to everybody else except for you. Brighton says, the amount of pushback you got like 7 weeks ago saying the Warriors won't do much in finals, well, what happened? I know, but it's because that's, I guess, the fan base, right? It's kind of what you expect. And that's why I kept saying, like, I know you're going to hate me, but I'm going to keep telling you how it is. And it is how it is. But I do see them winning next week still. I do. Zach says, was expected. Ahmed says, respect the Gold Coast. And we know that, son. We know that. Christian says, barring a Newcastle miracle run, this final series is looking quite predictable. Penrith vs Brisbane Grand Final. I do think the Warriors could give the Bronx a run, but I do think the Bronx do win that game. I do think they win it, but they could give them a bit of a run. Simon says, what happened to the Whingers last game? Wasn't actually much whinging. I think because obviously it was a blowout, there wasn't much of a... It wasn't much, too much sadness. I think they kind of just understood. And, you know, there is a lot of Warriors fans who are good and understandable and get it. And then there are a lot of Warriors fans who obviously come in this year that don't really get it. And that's the ones that you really have to defend from. Fatima says, Brimo had an amazing game at 5'8" and a hat-trick for both David and Tino. Yeah, Tino's hat-trick in the game against the Warriors just before was unbelievable. Unbelievable. When Lofiana scored his 10th try in the first 10 minutes, it was unbelievable. It was something else. Zach says, called wise for reasons. Ahmed says, Panthers or Broncos? I think Panthers. Fatima says, and returning, Tanner Boyd scored 10 tries, then missed. Oh, Tanner Boyd also scored 10. Wow, I must have missed that one. It must have been just so fast. He's just such a fast player. He's just so fast. But we've got 5 minutes to go until kickoff here, guys. Give us your score prediction right now. Give us a score prediction in the chat. Hit that like button. Go and hit the like button right now. And subscribe if you are new around here. But don't forget, there will be a Titans versus Eels women's vlog out on Monday, because I'll be there tomorrow. And then also tomorrow, I'll be rushing back for that Raiders versus Knights game in the elimination final. However, that'll probably start 15 minutes before the game starts, not for half an hour kind of deal. Reason being is because the Titans game, I believe, starts at 1:30, and then 35-minute halves, 2:05, 2:40, plus 10 minutes for half-time, 2:50. So I'll have about an hour to get home. I don't know what parking's like. I don't know if they've opened, if there's any parking restrictions or anything. So I have no idea. So I'll have to do my best to get back in time. Full-time Sharks, 26, Roosters, 16. Simon says, I'm going Sharks, 16-14. Fantasy Football Guy says, 22-18 to Cronulla. Sam says, what do you think about the Broncos of a Storm game yesterday? Probably go check out the stream, bro. Obviously, we've been speaking quite a bit about it today. So probably go check out the stream. You'll get a good idea. That's a good thing about streams, right? Is that like if people want to know what I'm thinking about a game, they just go to the 70th minute, 75th minute of a stream, and then can see what I said for that last 5-10 minutes. It's not me having a crack at you. That's just me saying, like, we spoke a lot about it today. So if I go into it again, people get bored. Brighton says, seems like a 32-22 kind of game. Yeah, high scorer. High score and bolter, son. High score and bolter. The Panthers winning the chip. Let's go. Brimdog Millionaire says, Roosters 22, Sharks 20. Martin to score late to win it. Damn, that would be heartbreaking for the Sharks because last year they had a home final against the Cowboys in the first week of the finals, and they were looking like they'd had the game won. Cowboys scored late, sent it to extra time, and then Val Holmes, the ex-Shark player, kicked a field goal from 45 metres out. Kicked a field goal. So, if the Sharks went and did back-to-back losses here, and that's another thing, right? Surely the Sharks don't lose back-to-back games at home in the finals. And also, fun fact to you, I think the Sharks have won 6 out of their last 8 games at Shark Park, which is a good sign, actually. I'll go and confirm that. I got that from, I think, the Cast Boys when I was looking at their stats thing just before. 6 out of the last 8 games at home. Beat the Raiders. Beat the Titans. Lost to Manly. So 2-1. Beat Dragons 3-1. Beat Dogs 4-1. Lost the Broncos 4-2. Beat the Knights 5-2. Lost the Dolphin. No, that was Magic Round. Beat the Cowboys 6-2. Yeah. Well, there you go. 6-2. So they're 6 from 8 in their last few. And you can even go back to the Roosters game. They're 7 from 9 in their last Shark Park games. And if you want to go through the rest of the season, 6-3, and then go Sharks Warriors at home. That was an unfortunate one. 6-4. And they lost the Rabbitohs 6-5. So you don't want to go back to the early parts of the season. But overall, 6 out of the last 8 games they have won here at Shark Park. Every stat is pointing towards the Sharks. Like every stat is pointing towards the Sharks here. It's crazy. I've got Roosters 26-22. Slapper says there's a nice aneurysm in that Storm Broncos stream I recommend watching. Yeah, look, it was a bit of an aneurysm because it wasn't a young Tonomapia. Gee whiz, Muppet. Beaten Dragons shouldn't count towards a record at home, but it's basically a bye playing them. Hey, yeah, we got the 2 points from the Dragons at home, yeah. Christian Canson, was our choke this year worse than Brisbane's last year from a non-biased perspective? No, because the Broncos they were top 4 with 3 or 4 weeks to go. Rabbitohs, then the Rabbitohs had much larger expectations. On a more significant level, yes, the Rabbitohs choke was worse. But on a season level, in regards to like just purely based off of just any team in that position dropping off from where they are, I'd say the Broncos was worse. But on a whole season perspective of going into the year, expectations, blah, 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 the overall impact, you'd say Rabbitohs was worse. Brighton says, Gurus of the Bunnies is the biggest fall-off of all time. I'll take it. Yeah. Guru is saying, yeah. I think that's real recency bias, to be honest with you. I think it's really recency bias. I know people are going to come out and say, oh, it's because you're a Broncos hater. Whatever, man. But like overall, it is just recency bias because you do have to consider the Broncos were in the top 4 with 3 or 4 weeks to go last year and had a 100 points differential advantage over the Raiders, who were in 9th, and ended up having a minus 100 disadvantage against the Raiders and came 9th, right? So it tells you everything you need to know there. Toxic Ant-Man says, Nico has wet hair, Sharks to win. Wet hair, Nico! Woo! Woo, 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 woo. Now we're talking. Oh, no, I'm not having a go at you, Brighton, at all. Ian says, Nico to be different today. Not how you spell Nico. Not how you spell Nico, but you tried. You definitely tried. You definitely tried. Sharky's coming out on the field now. Here we go. Whoa. By the way, Antonio, have you seen the new chair? How good is it? How good. It's so comfy. Beautiful. So beautiful. I don't know why I just turned my hat around. I guess because I can't sit here like this and have the hat go backwards. No. Nico is it's like Nicholas, right? So like Nicho is if you're gonna say it like that. But I get it anyway, bro. I was just joking. Someone says, why did it take so long to build the chair, Ant-Man? I can tell you right now, it took me a long time. And I don't even know if it's completely... Well, it's actually not completely properly set up, but it's set up. Slap a Titan stick on the chair. I should, you know? I'll get in contact with the club and say, hey, listen, do you want to fit it out with like a Titans... I don't even know what they call it, like a car seat on the boat. There you go. Maybe Ian meant Nico Williams. No, he's not talking about Nottingham Forest. Sam says, hope Sharks get knocked out in the finals. Oh, you're a Broncos fan. You're meant to hate the Roosters more than the Sharks. What's going on there? Any leftovers are just spare parts. They are now, yeah. All right, Sharks are going to be kicking it off here to the Roosters. Again, I'm tipping the Sharkies in a close one. Yeah, Christian, that's all I ask. You know, love it for mum. Want the Sharks to win for mum. But I just want someone to win in a close game, man, realistically. Titan share cover would be mint, then just add the blue headphones. Oh, gee whiz, good hit. The Roosters just got driven back to the 5 on second tackle. He got out to the 20. That was a 15-metre pushback. Geez, this is a solid defensive set here to start off this game here for the Sharkies. Third tackle here for the Roosters there at the 15. That was Lindsay Collins. He'll give it off to Nat Butcher, and Butcher will get his ball to the 25. That's a good run, though, to get themselves out of trouble. Surely just kicking high balls on Teddy all game. Yeah. Fifth tackle now. They'll get this ball to the 30. 1 minute into the game here. This has been a good defensive set to really start this game off here for the Sharkies. Is it sold out? Has he lost that ball, Monotalo? Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Monotalo. Oh, my God. You've just had such an incredible defensive set and you go and knock the ball on. Are you shitting me, Ronaldo Mulitalo? That's unbelievable. After a defensive set like that, first touch you go with the ball and you knock the ball on. That is outrageous from Mulitalo. TikTok boy, what happened? That is madness. That just wasted that entirety of that fantastic set there from the Sharks. All right, so Roosters now, Suoliti. He'll get taken down at 15. Had one job. Well, just play it with your foot and then pick it up, man. Like, it isn't that hard. I know I say that as I sit here in my chair at home on a live stream, but then again, he should know all about that as he's a TikTok boy. Loves his Fortnite. But, it's not that hard. Play it with your foot and pick it up. You got plenty of time. Third tackle of the Roosters. They're 10 metres out from the line. Sam Walker at the back here. James Tedesco. Oh, there's an obstruction here. There's an obstruction here, ladies and gentlemen. There's a no try coming up here for the Roosters. I do think that Trindle has made a meal of this. Yeah. I do think he has. I could have picked that up. Well, I think this is going to be an obstruction here. Trindle. I think Trindle has... No, that's definitely an obstruction, sorry. It's not even close. He made a bit of a middle of it, but overall it was easily an obstruction. And he runs right back into the line as well, Manu. So, silly. Silly. I love how they're saying really good signs here for Manu early in the contest. What did he do? He scored a try that was an obstruction, which means he probably wouldn't have scored a try because Trindle would have covered that. So what is the commentary talking about? Why are we glazing Joey Manu? He didn't do anything. Because guess what? It was an illegal play. The only reason he actually went over the line was because of the obstruction. It's the whole point of it being a penalty. Okay. Hunt says Sharks dropped the ball 4 or 5 times before they started having to go. Well, all right. They've already dropped it once. Second tackle now at the 30 for the Sharks. Left-hand side. They give it off here to Wade Graham. Nico has to be the guy, though, tonight. He has to stand up. He does. McInnes, good strong run there. Need a run like that. Gets the ball to the 50. It's 4th tackle. Because the commentator's wet dream. It makes sense. Right-hand side, Nico Hines. He'll give this ball off here to Royce Hunt. Royce Hunt and Nico Hines. They've actually got numbers here. And good defense there from Billy Smith. Billy Smith has come a long way as a player, man. He's come a long way as a player. Gives it off here to Trindle. And Trindle puts that ball up into the corner. And that's a pretty decent set there from the Sharks. The kick really helped that out massively, and Tedesco gets taken down to 15. Manu's done sweet F all this year. I agree, Brighton. I don't think Manu's had his best year at all. I don't think he has. Like, obviously, he had an incredible game against Tonga in the Pacific Nations Cup or whatever it was last year. Was he that great in the World Cup? I can't really remember him doing a great deal. Slapper! Here he comes with the 10 gifted memberships. Here he is. Third tackle here, 4th tackle for the Roosters. 1 second. 5th tackle now at the 40. Appreciate you slapping for the 10 memberships, man. Get around you. Ahmed, Star Wars fanboy, CJ Mitchell, Vic Mars. All that's charged down. Sharks bought the 45. ZDT 53. Jack, Marcel Musa, Cam Brody, and Toby Stevens. Actually quite a few regulars there. Good stuff. But nice little charge down there from the Sharkies. So the Sharks will have the ball here with a relative attacking set. They're at the halfway point as well. And 6 again. 6 again. Yeah, it was good. Most of those were regulars. Slapper land gift. Isn't there... Oh, that's right. We have the slap gift. That's right. Yeah. Second tackle now for the Sharkies. They're at the 40. Nico Hines goes right-hand side. It'll be Britton Nakora. He'll get taken down 35 metres out. This is the first... No, Roosters had an attacking set, but this is the first Sharks attacking set. Right-hand side, Nico Hines. Tracy crunched at the 20. 4 tackle here for the Sharkies. What do the Sharks have an attack? They're a much better attacking team than the Roosters. So can they do it? Here they go, right inside. Oh, Nakora should have passed it, man. 5 metres out now from the line. They have about 140 advantage attacking-wise over the Roosters. It's here! He's lost the ball! Knock on Roosters. Knock on Roosters. So it will be Sharks fresh out of 6, 10 metres out. Like I said, guys, Sharks have about 150 more points this season. So can they score here past the Roosters defence that is average? Sharks and Roosters defence is exactly the same. It's off by 1 individual singular point. So, if the Sharks should be able to score on it. They're not an impossible team to score against. And the Sharks aren't impossible to score against either. But the Roosters attack is number 14 in the league. Good bunch got those memberships. You love to see it. You love to see it. You do love to see it. All right, Sharks here. 10 metres out from the line. They go left-hand side to Con Tracy. Con Tracy! Oh, so close. 2 metres out. First tackle now for the Sharks. Short ball! Try time, Shaggies! Try time, Cam McInnes, baby! Up. Oh, they're going to say no try. You sure? I thought he went over the top there. McInnes looks confident. But will you be able to see this ball go down here? Surely. Oh, they do actually have hands underneath this. I think that he may have, but you're not going to be able to overturn it. Oh! Was that ball there? Was that... I think he gets it, but I don't think you can... I think he's got it down and you just can't see the ball because he's gone up as no try. This will be given a no try. I think he gets it, but I don't think there's evidence. Yeah, if you call that as a try, and I think it should have been called as a try. Yeah, I thought that was in too. You saw the ball underneath, Brighton. I'm not upset with the call from the bunker, but it's annoying that the referee has gone up there because I'm pretty certain he scored that try. Yeah, he's a bit of a something stitch up there. So third tackle now for the Sharks. 5 minutes out, but it's good signs there for the Sharks early anyway. Third tackle, right-hand side, Blake Brayley, Nico Hines, out right-hand side, Con Tracy, Ramian. Shouldn't have passed that too early. And Siona Katoa taking down the 8. That was all on Ramian there. Oh, I blame Ramian for that. That's a knock-on there from the Sharks, but I blame Ramian for that. Ramian, you've got to take the line on there, man. You can't be passing that ball before the line even gets to you. It would have been an easy try if Ramian runs that ball at the line. Instead, he just passes it straight to Siona Katoa, and Katoa had not much to do there. Look at this. Look, it's easy. Billy Smith has slipped over. Ramian, run at the line, dude. Run at the line. Take the defenders away, and then pass it. And also, like obviously, Siona Katoa did knock the ball on. But overall, I think that the Sharks should have had 6 points from that. But also looked a little bit shaky down that right side. Ramian needs to take the line on. So Roosters now, they're going to bring this ball out to the 15. So Suoli is playing centre today, is he? He seems like he's run the ball out of the centre. Roosters, Brandon Smith, he'll get this ball to the 20, second tackle. Brandon Smith's not been too bad towards the real back end of this season. Still nothing like his Storm days or what he does for the Kiwis, but you know, it's been at least good to see him kind of come on a little bit more. Still nothing spectacular, though. 4 tackle now at the 35 for the Roosters. I would say the Sharks would just be edging out. Oh, that's good offload there from Radley. Sam Walker out to the right-hand side and gives it off to Suya Wong. Offloads it out the back. That was nice. That was nice. Joey Manu gives it off to Pauga. Pauga's 35 metres out from the line. 25 metres out. Ramian doing Pumpy special, yeah. All right, Roosters now, 25 out. They go left-hand side to Keary. Keary puts that ball up in the air. Good contest. Oh, good tape, Ramian. No, Katoa, sorry. Good tape by Siona Katoa. It was a pretty good kick there, actually. It gave plenty of opportunity there for the Roosters, but none of them just got there in time. Bripdog Millionaires is 53% to 47% of the poll. Should be close. Yeah, I think this game is already showing that it's going to be close. Roosters made some nice work down that right-hand sideline just then, but the Sharks have had the more, I guess, better position in the game so far. Not this set, though. Jeez, that was close to a knock on there from the Sharks. Fifth tackle here, and they only get to the 35, so good defensive set there from the Roosters. Snakes can't score. All right, so Nico Hines whacks that ball down the corner, and that's actually a pretty nice kick. It gets the ball to the 20, and now the Roosters are going to bring this ball back out. Oh, Pauga slammed. Pauga slammed. My God. Second tackle now at the 45. 9 minutes in here. Damn, who wins this game, man? There is nothing in this first 10 or so minutes that can tell you definitively who is going to be the winner of this game. 4 tackle now. 10 minutes gone here, guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Right inside, Brandon Smith to Victor Radley. Radley gives it off to Walker. Walker to Keary. Keary gives it out here to Joe Manu. All right, so now the commentary can start glazing him, right? Because he's been pretty good ever since he said that. Ever since they said that. Fit tackle now, and now Kiri will put that ball up into the air. Right up, caught there by the Roosters. It's not play. It's not 6 again. Nat Butcher! Nat Butcher! Oh, it's unlucky. Jeez, that's a great run by Nat Butcher right up the guts there. Brighton says, is it just me or do both these teams look like they're playing a slow-mo after watching Penrith? Mate, after watching the Broncos, I'd say the Broncos are a faster team to watch than the Panthers. I think the Panthers are a lot more defined and clinical with what they're doing. The Broncos are a lot more... That's penalty. Wow, that should have been offside. The Broncos are faster, but then that comes with a cost as well, because the Broncos are always trying to score on every single tackle, whilst the Panthers are more calculated. Toby Rudolph now will get this ball to the 25. 4 tackle. Roosters' defense these last few moments has been really solid. Seems like I got the Roosters by 12. I still think the Sharkies win, but the Roosters have had the better of it since they had that no try. Good kick. Tell you what, the Sharkies' kicking game's pretty solid, though. All right, Jameson. Let's go! Oh, he's away still. Taking out the 40. Riptop Millionaires, I think Teddy and Kiri will get Roosters over with their finals experience. The Sharks have got finals experience too. Summer says Panthers are too good, no one's beaten them. I agree. Oh, knock on! Knock on, Roosters. No, Palga. After such a good game against the Rabbitohs last week, this is what I'm talking about, guys. This game so far has been so back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There is no guaranteed leader right now. CDTs definitely will be here tomorrow for my night. Stalemate at the moment. Definitely stalemate, yeah. But the Sharks have had the better of the position. Rishi Production says that if the Roosters win, it's because of their defense, but if Sharks win, it's because of our attacking. Okay. Yeah, because for the Roosters to win this, they'll have to really hold back a Sharks team that knows how to score a lot more points than them. So I'll give it to you. But the Roosters' defense isn't that great. It's literally on par. Same with the Sharks. They're the exact same. Toby Rudolph now. It'll be second tackle at the 30 on the attacking side of the field. Yeah, Slapper did forget about the Titans, Fatima. Slapper's a very silly man. Very, very silly man. Nico Hines, short ball. Nakora, 20 metres out, third tackle. They roll it back. They go Nico Hines. Hines here's going to run it himself, and he'll get taken down at the 10, fourth tackle. Bombers says, hi, mate, I'm subbed. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for tuning in. Fourth tackle now. Blake Brayley. Braden Trindle. Trindle says for Talakai. Talakai still going. Oh, he wanted the offload, but he couldn't do it. All right, back out of the left-hand side. Short side. Right! Oh! The intercept was nearly away for Joe Manu, but it's a knock-on. Oh, man. Joe Manu nearly just broke the hearts of everyone in the Shire, but he does knock it on. That was a really quick short side raid there from Nico Hines. It was nice. Oh, Wade Graham was so close to scoring as well. Romeo Majuri getting around it. Just subscribe. Appreciate you, bro. So 27.5 minutes to go the first half, but the Sharkies here 10 metres out. Trindle gives it off to Brayley. Brayley to Nico Hines. Nico Hines here himself gives it right inside. Jeez. Roosters' defence down that left-hand wing has actually been pretty solid to cover across and block off Sione Katoa's run. So first tackle now, 5 metres out even the line. Gives up to Brayley. Brayley to Royce Hunt. Royce Hunt right up the centre. 6 again here for the Sharkies. The Sharks are just repeating, getting good sets here on the line, tiring out the Roosters here. They go right-hand side, McInnes gives it. Oh, how does he not knock that ball on there, Trindle? Good hold of the ball there, to be fair. Second tackle here, Blake Brayley. Back at Nico Hines. Oh, third tackle now, 3 metres out. At the back here, McInnes to Toby Rudolph. This is pretty solid defence from the Roosters at the moment, because the Sharks have been throwing a bit at him. They swing it back out of the right-hand side. And Nico Hines here by himself. Up the guts. Can't do it again, though. Roosters are covering nicely here. Blake Brayley. Out the back into Trindle. Trindle kicks it through. Try. Maybe try. I don't know if Jesse Ramian gets it or the Roosters get it first. They're saying this might be Roosters who've dropped it, who've put this ball down. So it might be a dropout. Premeditated kick, they should have covered that. Yeah, absolutely. So Billy Smith knocks it backwards. Does Jesse Ramian get there or Tedesco? Tedesco gets it. Yeah. So it will be a dropout here. Not yet, Sam. I haven't seen the mic'd up video of Georgia Dale. Not just yet, but Antonio was telling me about it. All right. Well, this is a fun game at the moment. This is a real fun game. This is what we've been waiting for, babe. Sharks should sign Ricky Latelli for next season. It's so weird how Sasai Feki and Ricky Latelli both completely fell off a cliff after that 2016 grand final. They were really a big part of their grand final win. Alrighty. So the Roosters now will not go for the short kick-off. They gets it out of the 35. It's weird seeing normal dropouts nowadays. Like just seeing a normal 35-40 metre dropout is different. Alrighty, so Blake Brayley now gives it off to Tracy. Tracy taking down 7 metres out of the line, second tackle. Blake Brayley, he'll give it out the back here to Cameron McInnes. And McInnes is going to run it himself. He'll push about 4 metres out here of the line, third tackle. If the Roosters can come away from these sets without giving up any points, it's impressive. Nico Hines out the back here, Toby Rudolph. Toby Rudolph rolling. He'll be 1 metre short of the line here, fourth tackle. Fourth tackle, Blake Brayley. Off to Nico Hines. Hines short ball. Nikora! Oh, scramble defense on the Roosters. Solid. Solid. Brayley, Nico Hines over the top. And Tower! Shaggy! And he's got all the way inside too. Lazy Roosters. Lazy Roosters. You prevent that from coming back onto the inside. But that is a brilliant pass from Nico Hines there. And I told you guys you need to see him as the leader tonight. The Roosters have done well scrambling defensively. That has taken some really hard work for the Sharks to score this. Over the top there, could have been an intercept, but it was just a beautiful weighted ball from Nico Hines over the top of Sione Katoa. But it's lazy from the Roosters to allow Katoa to get all the way back onto the inside here, where it's now an easy kick here for Nico Hines. The wet hair, Richie Productions, absolutely. Whoa! The wet hair. Jamaica revolutionised the dropout. Session, I was actually speaking to Jimmy the other day about that, Jimmy Jolliffe, and we were talking. I was down in Melbourne. I was saying, like, Jamaica revolutionised. I didn't say revolutionised. I said Jamaica, like, changed the game, man. Like, they genuinely brought in that short dropout. And Jimmy was like, yeah, well, you know, you may as well go for the risk. Like, if you can get the ball back, you may as well, because you're probably going to be defending on your line anyway. It's a good point. However, Titans didn't really do too great with it this year. But it's the right thought process. It's the right thought process. So yeah, Jamaica, a third, fourth tier nation. I'd probably say fourth tier nation if you really want to give legitimate tiers. Oh, it's Trindle's kicking, not Nico Hines. Has he been kicking recently? I thought it's been Nico. And Trindle will. Okay, get Nico back on, man. Why is he kicking? Why is Trindle kicking, not Nico? Because that was a bad miss. Yeah, Nico Hines is 79% this year. Nico's a good kicker. Why have they given Trindle the kick and he's missed a kick from really easy? Steve says, say what you like about the NRL, but once the salary cap was introduced many years ago, this season is prime result of how close ladder ended up this season. Yes, but there is also still a gap. Yes, but there is still a gap. ZDT says, talking about breaking hearts, I think you broke about 4 windows in my house and my eardrums. Mate, if this game continues on like this, get ready, because not only will I break your windows but and break your heart, but I'll not even your eardrums. I'll just break your soul. I'll break your soul. So it's going to be Royce Hunt now, second tackle, gets the ball to the 20. I love how there hasn't, and I'm sorry if I commentators curse this, but I love how the referee hasn't blown more than, I think it's only been 1 penalty so far. Left-hand side, they give it up to Wade Graham. Wade Graham assists him for Talakai. Talakai here, oh, he fell over. He's still going, actually. He got back up and gets the ball to the 40. Sharkies have been the better team so far. Last week, he missed one from in front. He did, that's right. He did. Molitalo, he'll get this ball to the halfway point. Fortnite boy, 4th tackle. Sharks are just rolling. Look at this speed. The speed from the Sharks is really impressive right now. Fecky's playing for a second division Super League team now. That's how hard his fall-off was. Why did that fall-off happen as heavy as it did? Nikora gets a really good tackle there on Tedesco at the 10. Mitchell says, be careful what you wish for. Mate, that's what I said. I'm sorry if I commentators curse this, but so far, the referee's been really good with keeping the whistle out of his mouth. Chad says, that's right. Nico could have kicked that one over with his heel. Yeah, and blindfolded. Sam Jenkinson says, I rate Con Tracy so much. I've done for years. So crazy can't lock down first grade. Well, Will Kennedy's the guy, man. Like, do you have Con Tracy above Kennedy? Kennedy had a great season this year before his injury. Roosters lose the ball, but they're lucky it goes backwards. They're lucky it's gone backwards. But again, it's fit tackle on the 20. It's fit tackle on the 20. The Roosters, with this pace here from the Sharkies, will get exhausted inside their own 20. The Sharks are just blasting them with pace right now. But I agree, Sam. Con Tracy's a great player. But do you have him over Kennedy? I'm not too sure. Toby Rudolph now. But then again, pre-season, I was saying maybe Lockie Miller was going to overtake Will Kennedy. Well, maybe. Con Tracy might be the guy. Cameron McKinnon is third tackle at 25. This pace is relentless from the Sharks right now. It is relentless. Braden Trindle back to Royce Hunt. And Hunt now is going to get this ball to the 15. The Roosters need to find a way to get the ball. He's still going here, Royce Hunt. Hasn't called held. 10 metres out, 4 tackle. They go left-hand side into Trindle. Trindle here! Oh, is that a high tackle? Oh, that's a penalty. Yep, that is a penalty. That is very high. It was essential tackle, but it was high. You don't take the 2 here. You're out to the left. You just missed one from an easier position. If you're closer in, you go for it. On report, Sam Walker. Oof! Yeah, that's very high. They're going to go for the 2. Camp Bro says, reckon this has been the most exciting opening 20 minutes weekend so far. This opening 20 minutes has already been better than the Broncos versus Storm and Melbourne versus Warriors combined. So 20 minutes gone here in the first half, guys. Hit the like button and subscribe if you're new around here. Shark pace right now is honestly scary. If they can find a way to make this attack actually click, they're going to be real hard to run down in this game. Sam Jenkins says, Kennedy may be better, but Tracy's so much more consistent. You know what you're going to get. I would argue that Kennedy's the more consistent one on the pure basis of the word, but I'd say that Tracy is consistent enough and has more X factor. But I wouldn't say that Tracy is more consistent than Kennedy, especially with the lack of game time we've actually seen from him, comparatively to Kennedy. But Tracy has 10 times the X factor that Kennedy has. So Nico Hines back on the kicks. Back on the kicks. No shit, Sherlock. So Nico Hines, what's Talakai doing? Get out of the way, bro. Oh yeah, there you go. It should be 8-0. Idiots. Idiots. It should be 8-0. If you had given Nico Hines the kick from the start, it would be 8-0 right now. Sam says, I just remember last year I bought Kennedy in Supercoach and he played horrible for like 4 games straight. Well, that was last year. This year he's actually been really good. He scored 3 tries and a couple times this year, actually. I think he scored 3 tries in a game twice. Can Jack confirm? Am I right? Damo says, should keep the pressure on, go for the try. Ian says, why go for the 2? Far too negative. Keep pushing whilst you're dominating. Yeah, I get it. On the flip side, to be, the anti to what you're saying, you should have been up 6-0. Now you are up 6-0. You missed a kick that you should have got because you made a dumb decision to give Braden Trindle the ball over Nico. Just make it 6-0. Now you don't have to worry if there's a try concede up the other end. But I do think the Sharks would have probably scored there because their attack was just relentless and now it has slowed down. Sam Jenkins says, by the way, for Titans Trivia, I have a question for you to hit Clarkey with. Oh, true. Okay. So 4 tackle now at the 35. That'll still probably be about a month away, but it will be good. Con Tracy gets his ball to the 45, fit tackle. Seb Watson says, doesn't that just slow the pace back and let the Trooks have a breather? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's positives and negatives to it. Positive is it's 6-0 now, and that's what it should have been. But instead, you missed it, so you Muppets. And then on the negative side is, yes, you've given them a breather. But look at the Sharks again, though. They're still going hard here on defense. Look at them push up. Like, look at the way the Sharks are just rushing out of line right now. They're all onside, and it's just... This is not a Sharks team that I've seen pretty much all season. Third time, but the Roosters have also done well to only be down 6-0. Yeah, the blocker's right for once. Wow, hallelujah. The Roosters do need a penalty. They need to find a way to get a penalty, man, because they just can't seem to find the possession. Which Titans scored 4 tries on debut? Oh, that's going to be like 12, 13 years ago. Like a Walker or someone. Is it Chris Walker? No. It's around that time frame, though. I think that was like 2009. Oh, I know. It wasn't Rankin, was it? Was it Jordan Rankin? Or was that a hat trick? Oh, was it Jordan Atkins? No, it was Jordan Rankin. I was going to say, what's Atkins? I was right. There you go. See, I smacked it. Right hand side of the Sharks. Look at this. And they're already back inside the attacking half already. I was right, Jordan Rankin. Sam Walker is done. Is he? I can't. There's nothing. It doesn't look like he's bad there. Could be Atkins. So right-hand side now, Nico Hines. He'll put that ball into the air. And Chase is good. But the Roosters are away here. Roosters get the ball to the 25. Oh, jeez. Tracy's got pumped. Thought it was the Don. Now, the Don scored many a try. But it wasn't the Don who scored 4 on debut. Because the Don didn't actually debut until he was like 27. Oh, it's Jordan Atkins. I knew it was a Jordan. I did say Rankin, but Jordan Atkins, there you go. And there's the penalty the Roosters needed. There is the penalty the Roosters needed. That's a massive let-off because they have been getting absolutely dominated the last 10 minutes. Arguably 15 as well. Yeah, Atkins, my bad. Gee, Sam is the one asking the question. Didn't even know. Did you say blocker is right? I should buy a lottery ticket now. It's the end times now. Mate, buy a lottery ticket. First tackle now for the Roosters. They're 15 metres out. They'll go left-hand side here. And Victor Radley. Strong run here. 4 metres out. Can the Roosters hit back? They've had to do a mountain of defensive work on the other side of the field. Billy Smith. Oh, good that he didn't pass that, though, because he probably would have gone over the sideline. Third tackle here. They get back to Sam Walker. Walker off to Egan Butcher. And Egan Butcher taken down 9 metres out from the line. 4 tackle. They'll go right-hand side here. And out the back again, Keary. Oh, knock on. Over the sideline. I tell you, that was not too bad there from the Sharkies. Roosters actually threw a little bit at him as well. This is going to be an exciting game. I got confused with the Jordans. Sam, this is why the All Blacks lost this morning. Because you don't even know what you're talking about. And that's why when the Wallabies win the World Cup, I'll be like, there's another example you don't know what you're talking about. Just be glad no one threw a Jordan Rapana in there since he was a Titans debutant as well. Fun fact for you, when I said Jordan Rankin, I was also thinking of Jordan Rapana. Mary Matataka says, I remember Jordan 4 tries on debut versus North Queensland. Yeah, because I can remember the one photo. There's that one photo of him on that right sideline that always goes around of that game. So left-hand side now, and Cam McInnes is going to run this up the hard yards to the 22. I do too, Jay. Titans have never lost a grand final in their whole history. Fact. Daz, that is so spot on. Mate, you need a medal. You need a medal. Because it's true. They've never lost a grand final in their history. All right, left-hand side, Braden Trindle. And he'll give it underneath here to Wade Grant. High tackle. Oh, no. I'm surprised. Pretty sure those 4 tries was the first ever game at Seabus as well. Skill Park. Haha, gotcha. Gotcha. You're wrong. Couldn't have been. Would have been Skill Park. So the Sharkies kick that ball down to the corner, and the Roosters through James Tedesco picks it up, and he'll bring this ball back out to the 20. 14 minutes to go the first half. Well, if you got in the over here, guys, I'm sorry, because it's not looking very overy. Both teams' defense is actually kind of turned up today. Jordan Rankin's still cracking on in Reggie's for power. Yeah, and he's still getting around the Titans as well. He's a Gold Coast boy, I believe. I'm pretty certain he's from the Gold Coast. Good run there from Joey Suaalii. Suaalii's actually been probably one of their better today. Geez, 27 minutes has flown past. Absolutely flown. Tedesco. Oh, that's a good hit. Radley taken down now 48 metres out here from the Sharks line. Roosters starting to get a bit more possession, but just not field position. Oh, good offload there. 4 tackle here. James Tedesco. And he'll be taken down 32 metres out from the line. Brandon Smith goes to Keary. Keary gets it out. Left-hand side, Billy Smith. And Con Tracy, nice at the back. Oh, but he's crunched by Lindsay Collins at the 5. That was a good set there from the Roosters. So Nico Hines, he'll pass it across to... Oh, is that a high tackle? That was close to high tackle. Nico Hines, he's going quickly. He gets his blood at the 10, but it's 3rd tackle. This game's pace is outrageous. The pace of this game is not something I've seen in the NRL this year. 4 tackle, they're at the 15 right now. What name do you like better, Seabus or Skilled? Originally Skilled, Seabus now. And it's also Skilled, not Skill. 5th tackle now at the 20. Jeez, this game's unreal at the moment. This is actually an unreal game at the moment. Oh, Tedesco gets it at the 35. Yeah, that was a 2040 potential. I don't think many players think about that, though. How many seasons were our home games at Carrara? I think 2008, 2009, 2007 played at Suncorp. 2010, I think. 2010 was definitely... Or maybe 2009 we were at Seabus for a bit, or Skill Park for a bit as well. Third tackle here for the Roosters. Polgar gets his ball to the 30. All right, let's try and refocus the convo back to this game, because this game is just crazy. Right inside, Radley. Oh, obstruction. Muppets. Actually, no, you guys talk about whatever you want, actually. I'm just, buddy, stressing how crazy this game is. So it's going to be a penalty here to the Sharks for obstruction. There's no way you're challenging this, Roosters. He's run straight behind Collins. Like, there's no way you would... No, Sam, talk about whatever you want, man. It was just distracting me seeing the questions there about Seabus, and I was like, it's just a pumping them right now. But you guys keep going about whatever you want. Sharks now, actually within reason, because then people are going to start talking about goddamn, Croatian Div 2 badminton. First tackle here. Watch some joker before they see this will actually make a comment about that now. Right hand side, they'll give it to Molotov. Britton Nakora here. Oh, taken down 25 metres out. Oh, he's lost the ball. 10 minutes to go here of the first half, guys. It is still 6-0 to the Sharks. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new around here. Oh, there's a high tackle there on Wade Graham from Joe Manu. There's going to be a challenge here. A ruling of a knock-on here. The Sharks are challenging. You better be confident. Sam's your favourite Shark player of all time? Personally... Oh, 1 second. I just want to have a look at this first. Oh, does he actually touch it with his finger? You need to see on the other angle. Maybe this angle? You couldn't overturn this. I think it's going to be inconclusive here. Oh, thanks, Blocker. Definitely touches his shin. It's inconclusive. It's inconclusive. You can't... I don't think he touches that. I bet it's inconclusive. Yeah, I agree with the call. I don't think he touches it. I thought this back angle showed that he didn't touch it. Yeah, I agree. I think that didn't touch him, but I'm okay with it being... I'm okay with it being called by the bunker as inconclusive. So Radley's working hard. He's the top hard-earned index right now, but then it's McInnes, Rudolph, Hunt, and Nakora. Who's your favourite Shark he's played of all time? I do love a bit of Mick Ennis. Mick Ennis at the Sharks was pretty goated. It's going to be second tackle now for the Roosters, and they're going to be at the 43 or so second tackle. 10 minutes to go first half, guys. Thumbs up, subscribe, get around it. Don't forget to get your game day squads in through the pinned comment in the chat. Roosters here. They're 45 metres out, and the pace is still on here. It's from both these teams, not just the Sharks, but both. Billy Smith annihilated 35 minutes out, fourth tackle. This game could really just be right down to the wire in regards to a low-scoring grind, but with how exciting it's been too. Right-hand side, Brandon Smith here. Cheeky little dink. Not the play, though. Oh, Sharkies nearly got away as well. Mick Hansen, the top 2 hooker of all time. Yeah, of course, Chrissy Randall's number 1. Yeah, no, good call there, Daz. Chrissy Randall, number 1. Sam says, Peachy was good, and no, not our Peachy. David Peachy, yeah. Preston Campbell as well. Loved a bit of James Maloney at the Sharkies. Oh, Benny Barber in 2016 specifically. Oh, Drac Williams knock on. Awful. That is awful. Oh no. Oh, Suoliti's still probably going to score here. Yep. Oh, that's awful from the Sharks. That is actually disgusting from the Sharks. Wade Graham, they're going to look at this in the bunker. So, yeah, they're saying no try, and they're saying it's ripped out, but they're going to check it. Yeah, James Maloney could be the most underrated player of all time, does, mate. But this could be a 1-1 strip, but does it go forward? Or is there 2 in the tackle here? There is a raking motion here. Yeah, there's a raking motion for sure. He has not lost that on the impact blocker. Look at the hand. Oh, there's a knock on there. There's a knock on there from Manu. I'm sorry, but that's actually a bullshit call here. Look at Sam Walker's left hand. He is deliberately removing the ball here. Now, it's a knock on here from Joe Manu. So it's going to be Roosters' ball here. It's going to be Roosters' ball. But that's a bullshit call. I'm sorry, but that is absolutely outrageous for them to say that Sam Walker hasn't had his left hand and swiped down at the ball. Lance High is coming underrated. Yeah, Lance High is great. So it will be Sharks ball here. Roosters ball here at the 20, I believe. Double knock on, Roosters feed. So Sharks get extremely lucky there. But there's no way that you can tell me that that ball can come out like that without it being taken out. Pretty awful defense there from Hines on Suoliti, though. All right. So it will be Roosters ball here. 13 metres out. Tackled in opposition 20. 20 times for the Sharks, 9 times for the Roosters. Can the Roosters find a way to score? Their attack hasn't been great this season, but here we go. Chance for Tedesco. Gives it off into Joey Manu. Joey Manu. Oh, he's lucky he doesn't go over the sideline, man. Like he went down. First tackle here, 5 metres out from the line. They give it off here to Sam Walker. Sam Walker, great step, but taken down to 10. Second tackle, yeah, McKenna saved the try just then. Brandon Smith gives it out the back here. Radley, Keary. Good tackle, Nico Hines. Good tackle, Nico Hines. Third tackle now. Right-hand side, they give it off here. Egan Butcher, Victor Radley, Luke Keary. Oh, knock on Roosters. Oh, Sharks, you got to be commended for this. The Roosters are putting on... They're putting on a solid show in regards to moving the ball around, but it's just not clinical enough. And this is the problem we've found with the Roosters all season. This is why they are 14th for attack in the league. This is why. Because it's a nice thought process there from Sam Walker, but it's not clinical enough. Cam Brodie, member for 4 months. Finals, handshakes, ref calls, 2 Ps in a pod. CJ says, Hines, appreciate you've been a member for 4 months, by the way. CJ says, Hines can't defend. He sucks at positioning himself to defend players even with more than one defender next to him. CJ, you're on fire today because you said something in the last game where the Warriors couldn't score or something like that, and they scored, and then you said that, and Nico Hines just stopped the try in the middle of the field. So, Sean Berrigan was underrated, yeah. You know, Anthony Don has to be up there for the wing position. He does. Second tackle now at the 20. Oh, good run here by Alex Caruso. Tommy Hazelton, Alex Caruso gets the ball to the 31. Third tackle now. Geez, all of these boys on both teams are going to absolutely love halftime. They would be exhausted. Who has got the stamina? Sharky's still going to Cora. Taken down at the 40. Fifth tackle. Whoever stopped that try just then was brilliant. Nico Hines puts that ball up into the air. Good take there, but Palga gets absolutely crunched at the 15. The Don was a freak. Yeah, Parrott was a freak too. Penalty to the Roosters. Penalty to the Roosters there. Can't be getting into the niggle now, Sharks. Whoever concedes next. If you concede before halftime, you lose the game. You lose the game if you concede before halftime. Don't care what team it is. Don't care what team. Are they saying that was a high tackle? That's an awful call. Siona could tell it did not hit him high. Alright, so right-hand side now for the Roosters will be second tackle here at the 42. 6 minutes 22 to go here the first half. If either of these teams concede before half-time... Oh, and they've thrown the ball forward. Roosters have thrown the ball forward. It is a real arm wrestle right now, Camp Brodie. Sluggish as hell, but enjoying this one. I'm loving this one. This is an awesome game to watch. It's on an absolute knife's edge. I don't care the Sharks are up 6-0. It could honestly be 6-6. It could be 6-0 Roosters. It really doesn't matter. This game has been fantastic in my opinion. Errors, but that's also because of the defensive pressure. The errors aren't like the Storm's errors. Storm last night, their errors came from them being absolutely all over the shop and inept in regards to combinations and moving the ball around and actually working with each other. This game, the errors are coming from genuine defensive pressure and genuine pace in the game. Connor Tracy now. He's going to get this ball to the 45. Roosters don't concede right now. Not even being biased, but the Morris brothers are top 5 winger centers of all time. Yeah. I actually think Brett Morris is quite underrated, despite the fact that everyone loves him. I do think that he is still quite underrated. Obviously, he's going to take the shine off his brother, Josh Morris, due to the fact that he was the better winger. But Josh Morris was also fantastic in his day too. I think he was more so known for his Doggies days, not his Sharks days though. Right-hand side here, Trindle, 4 tackle, Nico Hines, right-hand side, Sione Katoa. Good scramble there from the Roosters defense. 10 metres out of the line, 5th tackle. Your defensive games always produce the best games, absolutely Jack. Nico Hines, pinpoint over the top. Good take from the Roosters though, 5 metres out from their own line. Don't strip that ball, Jack Williams. You are a liability, Jack Williams. Oh, Keary didn't even know that ball was coming. 2nd tackle here for the Roosters. They're 6 metres out from their own line. Off. I thought he was calling 4 pass for a second then. All right, Roosters are 13 metres out from their own line. Roosters are going to be so careful right now. You have to get through to half time, man. 4th tackle. That was a good run from Brandon Smith, though. Matty plays, I love the Cronulla Sharks. Oh, he's done. Oh, no. Brandon Smith is... He's clutching at his foot here. It's not like his ankle. Is it like a toe or something? Maybe he's... Oh, I hope he hasn't broken his toe, man. It is a better injury than other injuries that he could be, screaming about. So that's why I'm kind of like, I'd rather it be that than anything else. Or it might be his ankle. Oh, it might be his ankle. Maybe it's, something to do with the heel. I don't know, but he doesn't... There's no way Brandon Smith's complaining about that as if it was a bad tackle, though. What Brett Morris did late in his career for the Chooks was unbelievable. Yeah, incredible. I know he's... Nah, he's done. Oh, he might be okay. Oh, yeah, he could be okay. Oh, he's limping pretty significantly, though. Good offload there for the Roosters. Sharks, you need to finish this first half off as well. Good run by Tedesco. Brilliant run. So 5th tackle here. 4 minutes to go here in the first half. This is a finals elimination game if I ever did see one. Sam Walker now. He'll put that ball down and it will be an easy grab there for Mulitalo. Don't do anything silly though. And he'll get this ball to the 20. What? They'll call hip drop even though that's not a hip drop. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, Sione Katoa. Sione Katoa's still going here. Cutting around. He'll be taking out the 25. 2nd tackle. Surely this one goes 6-0 at half. Tom Hazelton, Alex Caruso gets his ball to the 30. 3rd tackle. You can just feel the tension in the air. Good ball. Oh, that's forward. That's forward. Wade Graham, stupid. You are the experienced player, Wade Graham. You are the experienced player. You can't blame anyone but yourself for that situation. You are the experienced player. You cannot be making that pass in that situation. If it comes off, it's brilliant. But guess what? It didn't come off. You need to do better there. But this is the tiredness. This is what happens in these games. You know, both teams would be exhausted right now. I know I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. 2 minutes 43 to go here of the first half. They go left-hand side here. Tedesco, Akiri gives it off here to Billy Smith. All right. Sharks. Yeah, this is a huge defensive set here. You cannot concede before half-time. So it will be Roosters now who'll get taken down 20 metres out here from the line. 2nd tackle. Their attack has been... They've tried very hard. They've done pretty decently, but they've just not come up in shrubs in the end. Oh, so close. 5 metres out. 3rd tackle. Oh, he's lost the ball. He's lost the ball. Hello, referee? That was a knock-on. That's unbelievable that hasn't been called. That was a blatant knock-on there from the Roosters. I can't believe that hasn't been called. Joe Manu here, 4th tackle. He'll be taken down 10 metres out. Did anyone else see that knock-on, or am I crazy? Nafahu White dropped that ball so far forward that it ended up in Kansas. Roosters here, and knock-on. I'm sorry, but like, That was awful. Good defense from the Sharks, but that was wild. Look at this. This is it here. This is it here. That's insane. How is it not called? Like, Sharks got off without conceding. Sharks, another knock on. So Roosters here get one last opportunity here before half time. Oh, that's a strip penalty. You're a muppet, bro. You are a muppet, Trindle. The Sharks are imploding here at the end of the first half. Yeah, knew I wasn't tripping. Absolutely does. Oh, this is a massive set. This changes the entirety of the game. If the Sharks hold out here, it's incredible. The Roosters score here. This is amazing for them. Kiri, left hand side. Tedesco, good defense from the Sharks. Second tackle now. 9 metres out even the line. How are the Sharks winning? I'll explain in a second. Second tackle now. 33 seconds to go in the first half. Victor Radley. Radley gives out his Sam Walker. Sam Walker gives it over the top into Suaalii. Suaalii, he'll cut back. He's 11 metres out. Taken down. Third tackle. 22 seconds to go here of the first half. Joey Manu. He'll cut this one all the way across. Short ball, wrong play. 14 seconds to go here of the first half. You can't concede here, Sharks, or you will lose the game. Brandon Smith to Kiri. Kiri gives it across into Joey Manu! Manu! Oh, and that's it. Wow. That half was incredible to watch. That was an incredible half to watch just now. Yeah, the Sharks have done well to not concede in that last 15 minutes. Holy damn. So 6-0 to the Sharkies over the Roosters at half time. This is a finals game of the ages right now. So good. A lot of it, like, there's not a lot of errors, there's enough errors, but again, the errors are coming due to the tiredness of the pace of the game and the defensive pressure from both these teams. This is unbelievable. But guys, obviously hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. I did say, Daz said how the Sharks winning. It is a good question, but with that being said, the Sharks also deserved that. Their defense in that first half was absolutely phenomenal. To stop the Roosters as many times as they did, that was impressive. Jackson, this is the first game this year that's literally a one-score game. First game this year? What do you mean? First game this year that's literally one-score game. No, there's been many games where it's been... There's been a couple that have been like 4-0 at halftime and stuff like that. And not many, though. Brighton says, I'd throw Hindmarsh in for one of the most underrated guys, was a workhorse. I don't think he was underrated. I think people knew. I think he's rated. I don't think he's overrated. I don't think he's underrated. I think he's rated. It's just the premiership that eluded him that may make you kind of think he's underrated. But overall, I think everyone who knew Hindmarsh knew exactly how good he was. Christian says that white knock-on is the exact reason why I need 2 refs back. It's too hard for the one ref to see everything going on the play. I agree. I absolutely agree. Because I can't believe that knock-on got missed. We all saw it. It was so obvious. That knock-on was brutally obvious. I still, to this moment, cannot believe that was not called. I can't believe it. There was no doubt in my mind at the time. And if the Roosters had scored there, we would have gone into another controversy throughout the week. Ian says, Roosters are a very one-trick, chuck it to Manu and hope for the best. Manu's a very kind of selfish player. It can work, and it can be magic, and we can see him do some brilliant stuff, but also he doesn't really read the room a lot of the time as well, where he can't seem to actually... It just seems like he doesn't know how to read a room, and he needs to learn to actually pass it than just go for it himself all the time. D says, refs need to all walk into Specsavers together. I thought that first half was actually really well refereed. However, there is some question marks that do still surround it. The Sharks try, I believe Sutton has to go up as a try there, and it would have been a try with Cameron McInnes, because I believe he gets that ball down. I thought he got that ball down live. I still think he got it down. I'm okay with the bunker, calling that as inconclusive. However, I think Sutton needs to go up as a try there. And then to go and say the one with the The touch as well, where they said inclusive. Again, I'm okay with the bunker. I'm actually kind of okay with Sutton in that regards too, but also 50-50 that unfortunately went against the Sharkies. And then you go back to that knock-on as well. Those are the three question marks that I have around the first half refereeing. Besides that, I thought it's been pretty fine. Jay says, up the chooks, but goddamn, it's a terrible effort in the first half. That's an awful take. That's an awful take. The Roosters have had an awesome effort, but the Sharks have just been better. That has been a significant half for both those teams. The Roosters may be making mistakes, but again, it's down to the defensive pressure the Sharks are putting on in this game. But both these teams will get whooped by Panthers. Slapper says, Manu and Peachy need to learn how to pass. And Young Talapia. When has anyone seen Manu sum up a 2-on-3 situation? Yeah, a 2-on-3 situation, he will always dummy it and run it himself. Yeah, 3-on-2. Yeah, you're right. He will always dummy it and run it himself and then get tackled. That's the issue with Joe Manu. Again, electric player can go crazy, can do some phenomenal stuff, but unfortunately doesn't really comprehend how to read a room. Flex Storm says winner plays Storm. Correct, but then the winner of that plays the Panthers. Yeah? Exactly right. But the Storm next week are definitely a doable team. However, the Storm would be loving this game for the intensity of it. The intensity of this game is helping the Storm gigantically. If this game can be like this and go into extra time, my God, the Storm would be loving that. But the Storm also do have a lot of injuries for next week. A lot of players out. Stu says, now this is a finals game. Oh, man, this is a finals game. This is brilliant. Daniel Bates, what was the final score? Panthers versus New Zealand? If you don't want to know. Yeah, 32-6, yeah. I don't know who's going to be Storm number 5 now. You're probably going to have to bring on Suolauvi Faitlongo. I'd put Meaney into the centres. I would do this. I know it's early, but I would do it. You're kind of forced to at this point. I would put Meaney into the centres. And if you want to put Suolauvi Faitlongo on the wing, go for it. Put Faitlongo on the wing. Brandon Sparks is coming to Roosters. David says 36. Yeah, it was. William Zillman is a true great fullback of all time. We all know that. That's obvious. That's very obvious. D says Hines is the best. Hashtag biased opinion. Hines was fine in that first half. I think he did try really, really hard. I don't think he's been complacent or not good or anything like that. Weak defense on Suoliti is no try. I know it was a no try, but still. Weak defense that allowed that down the right-hand side. Obviously got the try assist. Should have kicked earlier. If he kicks the first conversion, it's 8-0. You know, and if you're a Sharks fan at 8-0, you're feeling comfortable right now. Like, you're actually feeling pretty comfortable. At 6-0, this game is in no way, shape, or form comfortable in the slightest. But at 8-0, you're feeling, you know what, we were the better team in that we're up by more than a score. It would be much better. Yeah, if they had got that kick, they'd be in a much more comfortable situation. Michael Ians says, come to Sharks. Well, you'd be... I know my mum would be stressing out right now. Stressing out for her. I just can't believe, why would you give Braden Trindle the kick? Nico's got nearly 80% throughout the season. I don't understand why you would give Braden Trindle the kick. I don't get it. Let's go have a look at some of these stats here. So team stats, Sharks have had 52% possession to 48, so it's a wash. Time possession, 2 minutes for the Sharks. Yeah, well, there's the extra 4%. Completion rate, 73% for the Sharks, 65% for the Roosters. Again, though, most of those errors for both those teams comes from the defensive pressure and the pace of this game. Attacking-wise, 103 runs to 85 of the Sharks. Run meters, though, the Roosters have got more run meters, 747 to 727. Post-contact meters of 212 to 202. Both have one line break. Tackle breaks, 23 for the Roosters to 19 of the Sharks. Average set distance of 37.37 to 31 of the Sharks. Kick return meters, 105.69 in favour of the Roosters. 4 offloads to 2 to the Roosters. Kicking meters, the Sharks have been the better team with 325 against 248. And defensive effective tackle percentage is 83.01% for the Sharks and 89.04% for the Roosters. But this is what I'm talking about, baby. This is finals football. This is elimination. This is elimination, and it's exciting. D said exactly, plus it's finals, so he should be kicking. He should be kicking, for sure. Michael uses I'm stressing out for sure. I thought from last week they should have gave Hines the kicks. I would have felt a lot better with 8-0. You would be feeling comfortable with 8-0. And I say the word comfortable. I'm not saying you win the game, but you go into that first, the halftime break saying, you know what? We defended a lot there. We forced a lot of errors. We're doing well, and we're up by 2 scores. Compared to we're up by 1 try. It's no rocket science. You need to give Nico Hines that kick. Christian says, Trindle literally missed one from right in front against Canberra last week. I've no clue why they let him take the first kick. Yeah, and then Nico's first kick back. You know, he misses the kick and then they go and give it straight away to Nico Hines. It's like, why would you not have prepared this beforehand? It's like, if you think that Braden Trindle's the better kicker, then leave him there. Why change him after one kick? So it doesn't really make sense. I don't think the Sharks really thought this one through. If you think Braden Trindle is the better kicker and you've given him the first kick of the game, he misses that kick, why have you then gone and openly said, we don't actually know what we're doing. We're going to give Nico Hines that penalty kick where he gets it, mind you. We don't actually know what we're doing. We're going to change it off. If you were confident he's a better kicker, you leave him as the kicker. And then he gets the second one, surely. Cronulla Sharks' Roosters had like no ball that whole half. We had quite a few errors. You had 48% possession, Cronulla Strike. That's a lie. You had just as much ball as the Sharks did. 4% is nothing. You had just as much ball as the Sharks did. It's 52 to 48% in regards to possession. Don't be starting to try and come up with excuses now. Like, it's half time, man. Like, it's half time. It's a brilliant half of footy. But I honestly be, besides the errors, anyone watching this game would be enjoying it, surely. Even Roosters fans. Surely, Roosters fans. Really? It felt like we were defending the whole half? That's weird. You felt like you were defending the whole half? What? You had like 100 million sets on their line for the last 10 minutes. You had all the ball in that last 5-10 minutes. The Sharks had to defend a lot of attack and raids in that last 5-10 minutes. Like but that's a testament to the kind of game this is. Are you watching this on 9 or KO? KO. But that's a testament to the kind of game this is. The fact is, it is an extremely close game where it's so tense that you're picking up more on the defensive plays rather than the offensive plays. Because from a non-biased perspective, it is a very even game. There is no real leader right now. I would say at halftime to my boys, I'd say it's 0-0 right now. I don't give a shit that we're up 6-0. This is 0-0. You do not concede. It's just as simple as that. It's 0-0. Do not think anything of that 6 points. Literally wipe it off. But he ain't even watching the game. Well, it's just, no, I understand what you're saying, Jay, but I think he is. The reason I defend that is because I think that as a fan of a team here, for example, I'll put myself into the shoes. If the Titans are playing in this game, I'm looking at us having to defend rather than attack, because the defense is where you get, really nervous. The defense is where you really start to feel sick and you feel tense and you feel really frustrated, right? And then when you get in that attack, you're still thinking about how you're coming off your own defensive line, especially with a game like this. So I think that as a Sharks fan, you'd be thinking, man, we had ball, but God, we had to defend a lot. And as a Roosters fan, you'd be like, oh man, we didn't have that much ball and we had to defend a lot. But at the end of the day, both teams are actually in a very similar situation. D says Titans are in 14th. The live ladder says otherwise. Christian Cass, does anyone else feel bad for Crichton once he goes to the Bulldogs? I feel like his footy will just go downhill. Needs to play centres, not a fullback. Needs to play centres. Stewie says, all I hear is Steve Roach joking about ankle injuries. He's such a muppet. Is he really? Is he really joking about ankle? He's an idiot. He's an idiot, dude. If that's true, he's an idiot. Malcolm says, none of these finals matter. Titans finish first. Exactly right, Malcolm. Exactly right. Funny that your tune has changed there, Malcolm. I thought I was incredibly wrong for my viewpoint of the Warriors. Every week I think you told me that I was wrong for my viewpoint of the Warriors. What happened? D says they won 9, lost 15. No, they won 24 out of 24. Look at the ladder. Simple as that. Very simple. Very simple. You gotta start using the old noggin, D. You start using the old noggin. Knock, you're there. You gotta start thinking. You gotta start really having a good think. Dave May says, Christian is winning fullback of the year. Yeah, maybe for the... who's the Bulldogs New South Wales Cup team? No, I think he's one of the best centers in the game, but fullback wise, I don't vibe it. But I had my doubts about Matt Burton going to the Dogs as well. To be honest with you, I did, and then Burton did well. Has been pretty awful, and not awful. He's been pretty average this year. He's taken a gigantic step back this year, and I don't think that's just on Matt Burton. I think that's on the team as a whole, and the way that they are obviously, transgressing as a team. Still half time here, guys. Obviously, hit that like button, subscribe for new round dims. Gonna have a quick drink of water. Fantasy Football Guy says Crichton Centre tough fullback. Whilst I would like to say that, one, I don't really rate tough too much, but Crichton is on like 800k a year. You're paying 800k for a centre? Crichton says I'm keen to see how Zeri goes. Yeah, Bronson Cherry. I think that's how you pronounce it. Cherry. Bronson Cherry. I don't know. This is just pure speculation and pure opinion based off of the time out of the game. He does look like a big bopper. He does look like he's ready to go. But I do think that probably fans are looking too heavily at what he was before. Look at, who was that one? Oh, Will Hopewade, the John Hopewade's son. When he went off his Mormon mission, came back, everyone was like, oh, he's going to be so good. It didn't live up to it. It didn't. But all right, the Roosters are out in the field. Sharkies are coming out now. Here we go, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Don't forget, tomorrow I will be at the Titans versus Eels women's doubleheader. The Cowboys versus the Raiders are at Seabus as well. So that vlog will come out on Monday, but I will be back in time for the Knights Raiders, but it will be 15 minutes before the game starts. Madu says, this is a far-off question, but you doing the watch-alongs for the Pacific Cups coming up? Of course I am. Also, would anyone beaten the Panthers before the grand final being the biggest upset of the year? If the Panthers get knocked out, it's wild. If the Panthers get knocked out before the grand final, that would be a sight to behold. I think I'd sit here for like 5 minutes straight and just stare into the screen. But in regards to Pacific Nations Cup, absolutely. Every single game. But here goes the Sharks, the first tackle of the second half. Are we going to see another exciting, pulsating second half? I hope so. Cherry's a prop now. Oh, all right, well, that's interesting. Second tackle here for the Sharkies. They're 25 metres out from their own line. And it will be Jack Williams who'll get this ball to the 32. Third tackle. This game's been amazing compared to the past two games. This game's been just amazing. It really has been. It's been a great game. Water boys make above minimum wage. I don't even know what you're talking about. Bulldogs would pay 800k for a water boy. That's a good point. And it would be a Panthers water boy as well. Fifth tackle of the Sharks. At least they got this ball to the 45, so not too bad of a set there. And they'll just punch that ball back to Palga, who'll bring this ball back out to the 20. Brimdom Millionaire says, I was taking the piss, but if you look at him now, he could be in the front row. Yeah, I don't really know. I'm just assuming based off his time off that it won't really work out. Oh, what's happened here with Billy Smith? They're saying maybe a high tackle here. Oh, Suolii's out. Suolii's been ruled out of the game. What happened? Suolii was unreal in the first half. Yeah, it's a penalty. It is high from Alex Caruso. It is. But Suolii, who is one of the Roosters' better players in the first half, is out for the rest of the game. I don't know what happened. Billy Smith is going to have to come off for a HIA as well. That's what happens. If Billy Smith has to come off, Corey Allen would come on. It's all true. They got Queensland legend Corey Allen, yeah. So Roosters here at the 45 on their own side of the field. But if you've watched the game in the first half, you'd know that both these teams have had to defend a whole little bit damn well. Like Brandon Smithy with a great run up the centre. 35 metres out of the line. Gets shoved back to about 37, but that was a really nice run there from Brandon Smith. Right inside of Sam Walker. Walker gives it underneath here to Angus Crichton. Strong run even from Crichton. Strong run from Crichton to the 20. It's third tackle now. Third tackle over the Roosters. They go right-hand side off to Radley then to Nafahu White. Geez, lazy defense there for the Sharks. They go right-hand side. Sam Walker. That's awful defense from the Sharks. Oh, it just has to be Joe Mane too. This guy is such a selfish player. Like, I know he scores his try fair and square, man, but it's just such an ego booster, a player that just never ever passes the ball or does anything for any other teammates besides himself. So it's just annoying to watch that. But overall, fine try there for the Roosters. The Sharks look tired there. They allow players to get off. That was pretty poor defense. Yeah, why was there a 30-meter hole on that side of the field? Yeah, I don't know. Especially when they've had to adjust. The Roosters. They're the ones that have to adjust, but yet look how massive. There's no players out there. It feels like there's like 5 Sharks players there. It's like 5 players. It did not seem like they had anywhere near the amount of players out there. That was weird. Try Manu game on. Whole first half, he hogged the ball. Yeah, I know that's true. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just an ego boost there for a guy who just doesn't need an ego boost in that regards. Yeah, riots in Redfern, Dasmo says. So Tom Hazelton's come off here. Jeez, you can just tell both these teams. Roosters, obviously. Oh, and also, what's Mulatalo doing coming off his wing like that? What's he doing coming off his wing like that? Michael Lane says, how do we have such good defense the whole first half to then immediately get one scored on us? Tiredness is a big factor. Walker will get the kick. And this is why, Sharks, you might cost yourselves the game by giving Braden Trindle. Actually, no, sorry. You may cost yourselves the season because you gave Braden Trindle the kick. You would be up 8-6 right now, but you gave Braden Trindle the kick. Honestly, if you guys lose this game by a small amount, I look at that moment, which is what changed this game. TikTok Fortnite boys having a shocker. He's not having a great game. So 36 minutes to go here of the game. Storm are loving the intensity of this game, though. Brighton says, Ronaldo's just random, mate. He'll jam in, stay wide, score an epic try while dropping sitters. Yeah, you're right. It does look like the Sharkies are a bit tired here. Terrell May with a good run. I think I called him Nafahu White. It's Terrell May. Ian says, taken 2 in the first half, you're dominating so negative they deserve to lose. Yeah, but again, they would be down 6-4 if they didn't score that, you know. Brandon Smith, this is great meters here. Brandon Smith's away here. Oh, he's thrown the ball, and it's going to get to the 30. 4 tackles. This is a great set from the Roosters. Roosters are taking control here in the second half in the first 4 minutes. They go left-hand side. Oh, jeez! Ramian intercept was unbelievable, but he got tackled before he broke away. Ramian read that brilliantly. That is a massive play there by Ramian. Yeah, can we remove that, please, Joe? So, 42 metres out here from their own line. That was huge. Sharks get this ball inside the attacking half at the 45. Third tackle. Now, we want extra time. That'd be an awesome game. Right-hand side off to Jack Williams. And Jack Williams now, he'll get this ball to the 38. 4 tackle now. I'll go left-hand side. They needed that play so badly. See if Talakai still going here. Still going here, Talakai. Still going here. Taking down to the 25. Fit tackle. Right-hand side to Nico Hines. He kicks that ball up into the air. The chase. Oh, that's going to be played out there by the Roosters. Well, that's... What? Yeah, but is that not offside from the Roosters? He's lost the ball. He's lost the ball. Toby Rudolph's going to score a try. Toby Rudolph will score a try. Oh, they just say knock on Roosters. They're going to challenge this here, the Roosters. This game's all over the shop right now. That should have been an offside before. Roosters are challenging there's a strip. This is such a tense game right now. No, he's just making a tackle here. Oh, maybe not. That could be a strip. That is a strip. That is a strip. That is definitely a strip. That is absolutely strip. But it's one on the tackle, though, so it's not a penalty. It could just be a knock-on. It's a knock-on here from Rudolph. Yeah, it's a knock-on. It's not a penalty. It's a knock-on. So it's a knock-on here from Toby Rudolph. All right. 1-1 strip. Knock-on. Yeah, Roosters knock. It's Roosters ball, but it's a knock-on, not a penalty. All right, 34 minutes to go here in the game. This is an elimination final. Don't forget that. But the Roosters have been all over the Sharkies until that intercept. And they needed that intercept so badly, man. And the Roosters were very lucky they didn't actually get up a try there. Because honestly, if they didn't get a last-ditch tackle there before he really broke away, Ramian was gone under the post. Second tackle here at the 35. All right, the Sharks need this game to slow down a bit. They really have needed it to slow down. Third tackle at the 40. Crichton's been good since coming on. Crichton rolls it back to Brandon Smith, out to Keary. Keary underneath now to Fletcher Baker. He's trying to get the offload away. Forward tackle at the halfway point. Left-hand side to Keary. And if Hines had let him go behind his play just then, it would have been a penalty. So Brandon Smith here to Sam Walker. And Walker, pretty basic kick. And it's just going to be an easy grab there for Ronaldo Mulitalo. All right, well, that's a penalty. Wow. Sutton isn't calling much for the Sharkies tonight. Second tackle here at the 23. Look at the Roosters just lying on top of them in the ruck. Right-hand side, Jesse Ramian. And Ramian, oh, he's lost the ball. He's lost the ball. He's lost the ball. Here comes the Roosters now. They're 25 metres out here from the line. The Sharks look tired, man. Right-hand side, Keary gives it outside to Radley. Radley at the back here to Walker. Walker to Tedesco. Tedesco gives it out. Right-hand side, Josh Wong. Knock on Tedesco. Oh, so close. Oh, so close. I thought Tedesco was going to score there. Damn, that is good defense there from Rudolph in the end. Sharks all over the shop. They're lucky Tedesco has knocked it on, but Rudolph to cover this one and make sure... Oh, Mulitalo has been awful today, man. Mulitalo has been awful. 32 minutes to go here in the game. It'll be Sharks ball here at the 10. Tedesco brought his origin form. Yeah, Tedesco's been pretty good today. Still 6-6. All right, Sharks there. Oh, good run by Sione Katoa. Sione Katoa's been pretty solid today. Could have had a couple tries if the ball was right for him down that right wing. Left-hand side, Jack Williams. And he'll get this ball to the 30. Yeah, you can feel how tense this crowd is. All right, here we go. Royce Hunt. He'll get it to the 40. Jalen says, Mulitalo is very good one day and very bad one day. Yes. Right-hand side, here's the Sharks. Jesse Raymond inside the attacking half. Sharks are getting some decent meters, though, which is positive signs for them. Tracy, he'll get this ball to the 35. Sharks aren't getting many offloads, though. This is an issue. They're not getting a great deal of offloads. All right, Nico Hines here. Right inside, they're going quickly. Britton Nakora back. Britton Nakora's still going. Gives the offload away. Sharks. I don't know what's happening here. Did he kick that? Still fit tackle. Sharks. Pass the ball, bro. Pass the ball, bro. It's a fit tackle, you idiot. Oregon Kafusi, you are an idiot. You look directly at the referee and he's holding up fit tackle. You are the definition of a dumb forward. You pass the ball every single day of the week there. There's no way that was a 6 again. That was the right call there from the referee. It was the right call there from the referee. He hasn't played that. I only said it was nearly lucky not to be a knock on. But Oregon Kafusi not to pass that ball is absolutely buffoonery. I cannot believe it. Manu's down injured here. Oh, Wade Graham's going to... Oh, wow, they didn't... That probably should have been a high tackle from Wade Graham just then. That probably should have been. 30 minutes to go here of the game, guys. Hit the like button and subscribe if you're new around here. No, it wasn't a 6 again, Blue. He doesn't play that. He's making the tackle. Marner's going to have to come off here, though. You watch. She'll be off for a HIA, even though it should have been a penalty. So they're the halfway line here, third tackle. Oh, it's his hamstring, is it? Brandon Smith, he's been decent today with his runs. Fourth tackle now, keeping the Sharks on the back foot always. Keary goes right inside to Sam Walker. Walker gives it outside to Radley. Radley underneath now. And Terrell May. And they'll be 30 metres out here in the line. They're talking about Joe Manu right now. I can't see him on the field. I can't see how he's doing right now. Where is he? I can't even see him. Just trying to figure out. Oh, good take by Tracy. Good take, Tracy. Could be wrong, but I think Tracy told him to run it. Did he really? Well then, Tracy. But still, like, you should be looking up at the ref to see what the call is. Yeah, Joey Manu's going to come off here. You can see him grabbing at his right hammy. Third tackle in for the Sharks. Lindsay Collins about to come back on here for the Roosters. 30 minutes to go. Sharks, fourth tackle, gets this ball to the 25. They roll it back. They go right side. Quick little play here. Blake Brayley. Was he at square marker? Sutton's not calling much here for the Sharks. Left-hand side, and it will be Trindle who just whacks that ball into the corner. Not the greatest set there, but in the same sense. Oh, yeah, you can't tell me that Manu's okay. Is he? Oh, he might be alright, Manu. He might be. Second tackle now at the, 38. Keary goes left-hand side. Radley! Radley with a great run to the halfway point. Third tackle. Roosters have been the better team in the second half so far. Sharks are the better team in the first half. Manu has to come off. Oh, show us the game. Show us the game. Oh, it's a Desco! Jeez, he nearly scored 10 metres out of the line. They were showing Joe Manu and we didn't even get to see the line break. Keary goes right-hand side here. They kick it through. Sharks are away! The Sharks are at the 20! They're at the 30! They're at the 40! It's Braden Trindle! He's at the 50! The 40! The 30! Trindle had to go down to 25. What a play there from the Sharks. Sharks here quickly. Nico Hines taken down. That's a penalty. That's a sin bin. That's a sin bin. That's a sin bin for Tedesco. That's a sin bin for Tedesco. That's going to be a sin bin. He's going to be in the bin. Professional foul. He's gone. Tedesco in the bin here for 10. Joe Manu's gone off. Suoliti's gone off. This game is crazy. Yeah, Lucas, that's right. No, Teddy, that wasn't needed. Oh, kind of could have been, though, because the Roosters are all still trying to get back. If I'm Tedesco, I walk off this field so slowly right now. I don't think it was needed, though, because Lindsay Collins probably had Nico covered just then. I actually think that Nico should have gone back to the right-hand side. I don't think he should have gone short side. But again, you know, Tedesco's in the bin now. But geez, what a crazy game this is. Guys, come in the chat with 28 minutes to go. Who do you think wins this absolute brilliant, buddy, cracker elimination final between the Sharks and the Roosters? Comment it in the chat. Yeah, I think Collins has him too, Lucas, yeah. Yeah, there's no way he gets past Collins there. I do think that was unnecessary for Tedesco. So Roosters down a man for 10 minutes. This is going to test their absolute stamina right now. They were well on top in this first half, in the second half, until that intercept. Then it was a bit 50-50. Then they were getting that momentum back again. Manu gets injured. And then also they go for that kick down the right-hand side and the Sharks find a way to get the ball through Trindle. All right, here we go. It's going to be Jack Williams, 5 metres out here from the line. Second tackle. They're 4 metres out here from the line. Blake Brayley. He gives it out to Trindle. Trindle at the back here to Nico. Oh, it's time to Sharkies! Ronaldo Mortallo! Sharkies try time. 10-60 with the kick to come. Ronaldo Mortallo with the try time of the Sharks. Rock, paper, scissors for your jersey, someone says. I don't know if you're going to want his jersey from today, but at least he's got a try. But wowee, Fortnite boy goes bang. Sharks of War, Jay says. Don't start Daz, mate, please. Don't start him. Jay, do not start Daz, please. But Trindle. At the back there to Hines. What a beautiful ball from Hines. And Hines, 2 assists now tonight. But the Roosters have got to be extremely careful right now. Because they've got to man the bin for another 8 minutes. It's their fullback Tedesco. They lost Joey Manu, so that means they can't put him to fullback. They lost Suoliti, so that means they can't put him to fullback. What are you going to do? Who do you put back to the fullback right now? Who does the Roosters put back to the fullback right now? I'll go through that team lineup. Maybe you put Palga back there, or do you put Billy Smith? You'd have to put Palga back there, I reckon, or Billy Smith. I reckon they put Billy Smith back in the fullback. Shinks has just tuned in. How did Teddy get sent? Professional foul. It was definitely a professional foul. He's arrived late to Shark Park and scored. TikTok boy. Oh, Corey Allen redemption. Actually, Corey Allen could come in because of the injury. He has missed the kick, Nico Hines. Okay, that's a bad miss. So maybe we shouldn't have insulted as heavily into Braden Trindle before as we did. Zach says, haven't seen him all night. Yeah, Corey Allen hasn't come on, by the way. Oh, wait, because Billy Smith didn't have to go off. But either way, 7 minutes with a man in the bin here for the Roosters. The Sharks have scored 140 odd more points than the Roosters this season. Defensively, they are 1 point difference in regards to how many points they've given up. And it's 1 point in advantage of the Roosters, but the attack really has a telling sign of how much better the Sharks are on attack. But the Roosters today have been solid defensively. I was talking about Ronaldo. I'm not sure. All I'm thinking about is Corey Allen and why he didn't get to come on. I just want to have to see who's in the fullback, because Billy Smith isn't. Billy Smith's still playing in the centre. Yeah, Tedesco would be spewing right now. 7.5 minutes to go here still. They go left-hand side of Braden Trindle. Trindle gets it off to the Graham. Graham to Cesar for Talakai. Talakai to Mulatalo! 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 Great tackle there by Palga, who is playing wing, so it's not him playing fullback either. Right-hand side, Nico Hines. They give it off here to Toby Rudolph. If they can score a try here, wow, the Roosters are going to have a tough ass to come back from, especially with how tired they're going to be. They're going to go left-hand side of the Sharks. Look at the pace back into the game. Nico Hines, left-hand side, Talakai. Mulatalo. He kicks it back inside with Talakai. Ah! Oh, Bradley's knocked it on. Nah, Bradley's knocked it on. Oh, he nearly scored a try there, Blake Brayley, with a weird no try. He doesn't regain. He doesn't control this. This is no way this is a try. He was onside too. If he gets this ball, if the bounce was better, he would have had a try. Oh, he was so close. No, he hasn't regathered that. Yeah, it's a knock on. Yeah, shit bounce, Lucas. If the bounce was better, that's a try. And you could argue the Sharks might have run away with this game during Tedesco's bin if they had have scored that. If they had have scored that, that could have ended up being a real solid just drag out, and the Sharks could have started to take it away with 3 tries in that 10-minute span. Oh, Sanders Smith is playing fullback, Brimdale Millionaire. There you go. All right, so the Roosters here, it's going to be 0 tackle. Now it's first, and they're 25 minutes out from their own line. But the Sharks, they're going to amp up right now, man. They're going to get that intensity. The Sharks and Roosters both have experience in finals, man. And the Sharks know how it felt to lose 2 finals last year and get knocked out in straight sets. I don't think they're going to want to lose it again. I don't think they're going to want to have the embarrassment of losing 3 straight finals games in a row. Second tackle here for the Roosters. But then again, the Roosters know how to win these games. Second tackle, Brandon Smith gives off to Kiri. Kiri gets, knock on Roosters. And that's the worst kind of thing you could ask for right now, Roosters. That is the worst kind of thing you could ask for. At least complete your sets. As long as you're down 10-6 going into when you get your man back, you'll be fine. Like, surely you'll be fine. If you can just maintain the defense, go through your sets, put them down into the corner, and then allow the Sharks to just, plod through. Try to obviously throw it around, but the fact is, if you can kick them to 10-6, when Tedesco comes back, the game's still absolutely on. But if you give away a knock-on like that, not only are you going to tire yourselves out even more than you already are, but you're giving them the opportunity straight away in a better position. 5 minutes 50 to go here of the bin for Tedesco. Doing too much down a man. Absolutely. Absolutely. But then again, Tedesco is their guy. He's their leader. Like, he's the guy that calms them down, and they would feel a lot more confident with him. Look at Sean Johnson, the Warriors. Without Sean Johnson, the Warriors looked all over the shop. Same thing with Tedesco here with the Roosters. Left-hand side now, Trindle gives it off here to Sissy for Talakai. Talakai, look at him go! He's taking down 15 metres out of the line. Third tackle. 23 minutes to go here of the game. Right-hand side to Trindle. Trindle here gives it off here to Cameron McInnes. McInnes to Nico Hines. Hines gives it outside to Jesse Ramian. Oh, great tackle there from Angus Crichton. He's been really good coming on. Sione Katoa, back to Nico Hines. He's 15 metres out. McInnes, he's just going to run this ball straight up the guts there. 9 metres out here from the line on fit tackle. Blake Brayley gives it off to Tracy. Short ball, Ramian knock on. And that's what the Roosters love to see. They will soak up every single bit of play. They will try and soak up every single bit of play here for Tedesco to come back out. Mary Tigers, this game has been a ripper. It absolutely has been a ripper. And the thing is, right, is even if they can keep it to 10-6 when Tedesco comes back into the game, the fact of the matter is that Hazelton's out of the game. I've completely forgot what I was just saying there. I was saying, that's right. Considering Tedesco's out for the 10 minutes, considering how tiring this game has already been, it's going to the Roosters are going to be so much more tired than they really would have ideally wanted to be in by the time Tedesco gets back anyway. At least Tedesco will be fresh, which will help in a positive way to try and break apart this Sharks defense, who are tired. Right hand side, and Sanders Smith, nice up the middle to the 50th, fifth tackle. So Sam Walker now, he's going to kick this ball, pretty basic kick, should be an easy grab there for Fortnite Boy. No, it's Connor Tracy. And Connor Tracy, he's going to get this ball to the 20. Dragged back to the 15, though. All right, the Sharks try and chance their arm here. They try and put the Roosters to the sword. 3 minutes 46 to go here of this man in the bin here for the Roosters. At very minimum, the Sharks have at least scored a try with this man in the bin. Katoa has just gotten slammed in that tackle. He just got taken back 10 metres by Lindsay Collins. All right, left-hand side, and it's going to be... They need to do more here. Jesse Calhoun gets the ball to the 25. Teddy is waiting in the tunnel. Of course he is. He can't even think right now. He's just... Oh. Roosters down to 15. Sharks down to 16 in regards to players injured. So right inside, Nico Hines. Gives it outside to Con Tracy. Tracy to Ramian. Ramian to Mulatau. Katoa, sorry. And Katoa taking it down to the halfway point. All right. They're halfway. Left-hand side to Nico Hines. And he's going to kick that ball. He finds grass, which is a benefit. Oh, and Palga slips over. But he will bring this back out to the 25. Not too bad of a... Oh, got to be careful with that put down there, mate. You nearly had a knock on. Second tackle for the Roosters at the 35. 20 minutes to go here of the game, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and comment in the chat who you think wins this game. Roosters now to the 40. Third tackle. Jeez, what a game. Yeah, the Sharks can't find the knockout blow, and the Roosters are doing enough right now just to stick in it and not give up that second try. Because I think if they give up that second try, I don't know if they'll come back from it. Right-hand side, they give it off here to Radley. And Radley taken down to the 40, but that was a good run. They give it off here to Keary. Read the room, Taz, please. Please, Taz. And, oh, geez. Con Tracy grabs it, takes it down to the 5. All right, well, this will be the last set here with the Roosters having a man in the bin. Ramian will get this ball out to the 15. Ramian rolls it back. I don't know how long is there. A minute and a half? A minute left? Here we go. Oregon Kafusi. Oregon Kafusi! Oregon Kafusi! The Sharkies are away! He's got Calico on the inside. Kafusi goes himself. Kafusi's still going, taking down to the 38. Great run by Oregon Kafusi, but great tackle there by Sanders Smith. Nico Hines here. They're on the run. They got the numbers. Tracy knock on from the Roosters. That's a penalty. Take the 2. I would still take the 2. I won't. Oh, do you take the 2? Do you take the 2? That's a tough call here. This is a tough call here to make. Oh, I'd go the foot in the throat. I would. I'd risk it. I'd risk this. I would risk this. I'd risk this if I'm the Sharks, but I reckon they'll go for the 2 here to be safe. It's finals football. 1 minute to go here of the man in the bin. They could try and utilise that man in the bin and try and score right now, but they will go for the safe option, which I don't mind. It is a finals elimination game. If you don't win this, you're off to Bali tomorrow. So you want to make sure here. Nico Hines has to get this kick. But the kicking game has actually cost the Sharks a lot tonight. They would be up 14-6 right now with a kick to come if they got their kicks. But even if he misses his kick, they do get the ball back from a dropout, but it'll be from 20 metres out rather than the in goal. But it's right in front. He can't miss this. And Nico Hines will get it. So it is 12-6 here to the Sharkies with 18 minutes to go here of the game. What a game, though. You know, what a game. This is finals football, baby. Angus Crichton on verge of going to Union. Angus Crichton's been fantastic today. He's been fantastic today. Should be 14-6. No, honestly, it should be 16-6. They missed 3 kicks, the Sharks. 2 kicks. One with the Braden Trindle one, and the other one with the Nico Hines one. Should be 16-6. Yeah, see that. Should be 16-6. That kind of helped the Roosters get a penalty, getting a penalty there. Kind of Brindle millionaire. You could make that argument, but if the Sharks are still absolutely in the advantage now, because now they can't lose on the next play. They could have lost on the next play with there only being 4. So, and this, again, is the end of the season for one of these teams. Right-hand side, and Britton Nakora is going to get this ball to the 35. It's going to be second tackle here. But I understand what you're saying, that it does kind of help the Roosters because the Sharks could have scored just then and finished off the game, really. So, oh, geez, Jesse Colquhoun nearly got away there. Blake Brayley, look at the pace again from the Sharkies here. They're 45 metres out. I don't think that was forward. Someone yelled out forward, but I don't think it was. Blake Brayley, Nico Hines. Hines at the back here to Trindle. Trindle's away! Trindle's still going. Taken down 15 metres out here from the line. Fit tackle here. 15 metres out. Nico Hines. He'll put that ball back up in the air. Knock back here for the Sharks. Sharkies! They've thrown the ball back. Someone's going to get there. It's Toby Rudolph. Toby Rudolph, it's fit tackle, mate. It's fit tackle, Toby. It's fit tackle, Toby. Pass the ball, dude. Well, to be fair, they don't need to, actually. No, smart play from Toby Rudolph. No. I disagree, Daz. I disagree with myself. I don't think you should pass that ball there because it's too risky. I think you've got the advantage right now. You're up by 6, right? You don't think about having to score. That's not a correct play the ball. Well, refs missed that one. Third tackle of the Roosters at 35. You don't need to score. So instead of giving a 7-tackle set, instead of, throwing away a loose ball where they can break away, which I thought they nearly were about to do, you get tackled on 5th tackle at the 20, whatever, it's 6-tackle set, rather than anything. Oh, that's forward. That's forward. Oh, Roosters are going to be taking down 5 minutes out. That was a forward pass. Oh, no, the Roosters have thrown the ball over the sideline, have they? Oh, they're so close. Second tackle at 10. Was that not a forward pass there by about a million miles from the Roosters? Second tackle here, 10 metres out here from the line. This is unbelievable final. Yeah, how was that not forward? Oh, knock on! And that's karma. Because that was absolutely a forward pass there at the halfway point by the Roosters. Tedesco, you're meant to be the freshest on the field. How is this not a forward pass here? That's a mile forward from the Roosters. That is a mile forward from the Roosters. That is an outrageous call for them not to have called that as a forward pass. It's a great tackle there because it would have been a try if he scored. That guy doesn't have teeth. But I can't believe that sideline touchy has the audacity to not call that as a forward pass. Because they could have and should have scored just then, the Roosters, off that. So 15 minutes to go here of the game. Elimination Finals. 12-6 to the Sharks right now. They're 35 metres out from their own line here. Second tackle. The Sharks just want to soak up as much time as they can. If they can score a try, I think if they score a try, they win the game. I think if they score next, it's game over. Sharks here, 45 metres out. Nico Hines. He's inside the attacking half now, and he's going to run this ball to the attacking 40. That's a great run by Nico. Is that a Panthers fan disguised? That's what it says. All right, now, we don't care about that right now, Mohammed. We really couldn't care less about that. This game, you got to read the room, bro. Fit tackle now, and they're 25 metres out of the line, the Sharks. I guarantee you, anyone who starts talking about random stuff right now in the chat isn't actually watching this game because it's incredible. And good take there from the Roosters. They're 5 metres out here from their own line. 14 minutes to go. Yeah, no one even tried to contest that from the Sharks. But again, this is good defense from the Sharks. Second tackle, 10 metres out from their own line, the Roosters. And another thing to remind you, that 2 points actually is probably going to come up clutch here because, again, they cannot lose off the next play. So 18, and we'll get slapped by Jay. Absolutely, Zach. Absolutely. Oh, they had the offload, but the Sharks actually covered it well. 4 tackle over the Roosters. It's going to be 5th tackle at 33. 6 again they've called. Wow, 6 again there for the Roosters. That is a big play. It was the right call. Yeah, make sure to like and subscribe if you're new. You'll win a prize. Absolutely, especially if you go and click the link in GameDay Squad. So first tackle now for the Roosters, and they're 40 metres out. That was a massive let-off there for the Roosters by that 6 again being called. Roosters now 45 metres out of their own line. They cross into the attacking half. They go short. Sam Walker's still going here. It's second tackle. Oh, pass the ball. Left-hand side, Billy Smith. Billy Smith cuts back on the inside here. Nico Hines, you got to make that tackle, bro. That was lazy there for Nico. That tackle wasn't him. That was Sione Katoa. Third tackle here, 25 metres out here from the line. They go right-hand side to Kiri. Kiri gives it out to Radley. Radley at the back here to Tedesco. Tedesco at the back here to Suya Wong. Suya Wong offloads it to Tedesco. They're throwing the ball around like crazy. They don't need to. There's still 12 minutes 43 to go here of the game. It's 4 tackled here for the Roosters. They're 10 metres out. Kiri. He gives short ball to Radley. Radley 5 metres out of the line. Fit tackle. All right, here we go. They kick it through. I don't think that's played at, but it's going to be a try to the Roosters. Oh, that's so unlucky for the Sharks. Oh, that's so unlucky for the Sharks, man. The ball just bounces into the hands of the Roosters there. That is so unlucky, bro. That is so unlucky, man. That is so unlucky. If you're a Sharks fan, you'd be so upset right now. That is so undeserved. That ball has just randomly deflected straight into Josh Wong's hands. Oh, that is so unlucky. You could nearly argue that's the luckiest try you've ever seen. That ball that could have gone literally anywhere, and it goes right into the hands of Josh Wong. Either way, both of these teams are getting beaten by the Storm next week. Both these teams. This game has had way too much intensity, way too much pace, and way too much energy consumed for either of these teams to beat the Storm next week. Whoever wins this game is going next week. But honestly, be proud that you've been in this game, because it's been a great game to watch. Imagine being the person that scored that try. Imagine the feeling. Unbeatable. Yeah. So 11 minutes to go here of the game. They have to still get the kick, but they should get this kick. Yeah, the 6 again on fit tackle from Jesse Calhoun. That was what really screwed them just then. So Billy Smith is taking this kick. It's not Walker. Yeah, he's gone back a long way here, Billy Smith. So 10 minutes to go here of the game, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. It's a 2-point game in favour of the Sharks, but the Roosters have the kick. He should be getting this, surely. Career goals, none from 1, Billy Smith. Why are they getting him to kick right now? You have to get this kick. And Billy Smith will... And he will get it. He will get it. So it's 12-12 with 10 minutes to go here of the game, guys. It's 12-12 with 10 minutes to go here of the elimination final. All right. Nico Hines can kick a field goal. Sam Walker can kick a field goal. Here we go. Can Braden Trindle kick a field goal? I saw Walker limping. That's why Smith kicked it, I think. Oh, there you go. Or then maybe he's out of the field goal department too. 10 minutes to go. Victor Radley tonight. 80 hard-earned index. 4 tackle busts. 13 runs. 103 run meters and 30 tackles. Jason Deering says, come on, the Sharkies. 10 minutes to go here. And they kick this ball into the corner. And it's going to be, Pauga gives it out to Terrell May, and Wade Graham and Cameron McInnes come in strongly there. All right, first tackle now for the Roosters. They'll go left-hand side, and it's going to be Pauga taken down now at the 25. No, sorry, that's Suya Wong. Jeez, all over the shop. Second tackle, now third tackle for the Roosters. Lindsay Collins nearly lost that ball, but he did hold on to it. You've got to be really careful right now. Any mistake is brutal. Right-hand side, jeez, and that was a powerful pass. All right, they're going to go left-hand side. Or you could argue there was an obstruction there. Fit tackle here at the 50. You could tell Rudolph you don't need to go over the strip in this situation, man. Left-hand side off to Kiri. Can Kiri kick a field goal? I don't know. So Sharks now, they're going to bring this ball back out here to the 15. Con Tracy, strong run. Yeah, this could be Wade's last 10 minutes of his career. You are right. Sione Katoa now. He'll get this ball to the 23. It'll be second tackle here. Nico Hines. He's going to go back to Jesse Ramian. And Jesse Ramian now. He's going to get this ball to the 30. Jesse Ramian rolls it back. They go left-hand side. And it's going to be Royce Hunt. 4th tackle to the 40. 9.5 minutes to go here of this game. Blake Brayley. He goes fast. Off to Trindle. Trindle and Nico Hines. Nico Hines left-hand side. See it over Talakai. Oh, that's a brilliant tackle there. That is a try-7 tackle there by Pauga. Probably should have been 6 again just then. Right-hand side, Nico Hines. He whacks that ball up. The pressure's on here. But the kick is taken by Tedesco. Of course, that's who you want to have under the high ball in that kind of situation. Out of anyone on this team. 15 metres out from their own line. Oh, the Roosters, that's an obstruction. Well, that should have been a penalty to the Sharks just then. He ran behind his own player. That is absolutely an obstruction. I'm telling you right now, the Sharks have been on the harsh end of calls tonight. Third tackle now at the 33. All right, so it's going to be Roosters now taken down at the 40. Fourth tackle at the Keary at the 40. They go right inside. Send Smith. They're now 50 metres out here. They're at the halfway point here. The Roosters too far for a field goal. That's a bad play the ball. Oh, was that not a bad to play the ball just then? Oh, jeez. Huge hit there from Mulatalo. But again, another poor call. How was that not a bad play the ball just then? Surely not another 1 point loss at home in the finals game of the Sharks. Yeah, that would be brutal. Keary's down here. There's no... Okay, what happens here from Blake Brayley? No, there's nothing wrong with that tackle. There's nothing wrong with the tackle. If Sharks fans say they were robbed, do you blame them? I wouldn't say the Sharks have been robbed here. I just think that there's been some harsh calls against him today. There's just been some harsh calls against him. Alright, so Keary's okay. But yeah, a 1 point loss at Shark Park 2 years in a row would be brutal. But this would be even more brutal, Daz, because this is a knockout. That one wasn't a knockout. Oh, good run here from Royce Hunt. Good run to the 30. First tackle now. That was a 15 metre post-contact gain. Sharks now to the 40. No one can make an error right now. Errors crucify this game. You lose the game with an error. Right-hand side, the Sharks will get this ball to the halfway point now. Oh, they've lost the ball! And that's what I'm talking about. That lost ball just now is exactly what I'm talking about. There's a field goal opportunity there. There is a field goal opportunity at the end of this set. Tedesco taken down here, 35 metres out. Sharks, this could be the end of your season. They'll go right-hand side right now. They'll give it off to Sam Walker. Terrell May. So Sam Walker looks okay, so he might be good for a field goal. Do you go for it with 7 minutes to go, though? Second tackle, they give it off here to Radley. Smacked down at the 22. Third tackle. He's lost the ball. Oh, no, I was wrong. Tedesco, he'll be taken down 9 metres out of the line. Fourth tackle. Back for a field goal. Here's Sam Walker. Roosters have got it, so it's 7 minutes to go here. It's 13-12. 13-12 here with 7 minutes to go. Still time, Sharks fans. Still time. There is still time here, Sharks fans. There's still time. So Sam Walker will slot the field goal, but there is 6 minutes 42 to go. You kind of have to go with the short dropout here. Sam Walker is good for a field goal. Trust me, I know it. 13-12 with 6.5 to go. Are they going to go for the short dropout? You'd surely assume they would. How would Sharks be feeling after offering Hines that big contract? What do you mean Hines has been the only reason they're in this game? He's got 2 try assists. Hines has been fine. What are you talking about? Alright, so Sharks here. They're going to kick it deep. I don't agree. With 6 minutes to go here, you want every opportunity to try and win this game. So Sharks are going to have to try and just really keep them down here in this 15. If we lose this game, I'm blocking Trindle on everything. The left-hand side of the Roosters, if they make an error, God help them. All right, so left-hand side here. And they're going to be taken down at 25 metres out. Third tackle. They go right-hand side. They give it off here. And they'll be now taken down 35 metres out here from their own line, the Roosters. Still 5.5 minutes to go here. Left-hand side to Radley. Back to Tedesco. Tedesco, wow. That's a brilliant tackle there from Wade Graham. That just saved their season. It just saved their season. All right, so they whack it up now. And it's going to be Mulatalo who's going to have to bring this ball back out from inside their own 10. And Mulatalo, he cuts out to the left-hand side. Oh, he nearly broke away there. They're at the 20. 5 minutes and 9 seconds to go here of the game, guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Siasifa Talakai, he'll get this ball out to the 25. Sharks can still go for a 2-point field goal. They can, but that's not what you're going to be looking at. It's not what you're going to be thinking about. You're just thinking about going for a field goal at this point. Third tackle here at the 30. They go left-hand side of Nico Hines. Nico Hines here gets it out to Cameron McInnes. And McInnes here gets the offload away to Nico Hines. Hines here at the 45. He gets underneath the way Graham. Graham here at the 50. Oh! That's a penalty, Sharks! You don't have the distance to go over the 2. You have to go over the quick tap ball, kick it over the sideline. Alright, the Sharks have kicked it, and it's now going to be 15 metres out. Here we go, guys. 25 metres out, sorry. 4.5 minutes to go here of the game. The Sharks here in an elimination final. They're down by 1. They'll be set up for a beautiful chance at a field goal, but they could score a try here and go through to the next round against the Melbourne Storm in Melbourne if they score. Right-hand side, Jack Williams. Williams here, 10 metres out even the line. Hunter Sharks are choking. You have not watched this game if that's what you think. Second tackle now, 9 metres out even the line. They go right-hand side to Nico Hines. Hines goes himself. His third tackle here. 3 metres out. You have to think about the field goal here, though, Sharks. Don't give away a penalty, though, Roosters. You can't do that. Right-hand side to Con Tracy. Con Tracy goes. Con Tracy's still going here. It's going to be 9 metres out even the line. Do you go for the quick one right now? They do. They give it back to Nico Hines. Nico Hines charged down. So 6 again coming up here for the Sharks. And it's going to be Sharkies here to 20. Braden Trindle. He gives it back here to Jesse Ramian. So the charge down was great, but it's now 6 again here for the Sharks. Both teams playing for their season right now. Blake Brayley gives it out left-hand side to Royce Hunt now. Royce Hunt with the ball 10 metres out. Second tackle. Right-hand side, they give it off to Trindle. Trindle at the back here to Tracy. Tracy gives it off to Ramian. Ramian had Katoa there, but it would have been a risk. They're 3 metres out here from the line. Third tackle. They have to just go back into the centre here. Jesse Ramian. He'll go left-hand side to Trindle. Trindle gives it off here to Royce Hunt. Royce Hunt, short ball! Sharks 5 minutes out of the line. They have to go for a field goal maybe now. It's 4 tackle. Do they go for it now? They do. Nico Hines. It's going to be charged down again here, but where's the ball? But the Roosters will get the ball from the charge down. 2 minutes 46 to go here. The Sharks need to read the goddamn room, bro. The Sharks need to read the room. You can clearly see they know you're going for it on 4th. Nico, you need to be better than this dude. You need to know that you don't go for the field goal when you can clearly see they're right in the line. Step back on the inside, cut out to the right. Gee whiz, you got to read the room. It's happened twice now. Don't go for it on 4th then, cut back in and then go for it again. Holy damn. Like, it's so obvious. It's so obvious they're going for it on 4th, so the Roosters are just going to throw their men at them on 4th. And they're way too slow with it, the Sharks. It's 5th tackle now here for the Roosters. They're 45 metres out here from the Sharks line. The Sharks will still get another set here. They go right-hand side. Sharks are so one goddamn dimensional, man. You've really got to read the room in that situation. So Mulatalo, he'll give it across here to Tracy. Connor Tracy here. Connor Tracy nearly broke through. 15 metres out of the line. A minute 52 to go here. The Sharks need a miracle. It's Sione Katoa. He'll get this ball out to high tackle. No, they didn't call penalty. Oh, timeout, Hunt. You're an idiot. Second tackle now. Third tackle, Sharks. Britton Nakora gets his ball to the 30. They roll this ball back. They give it up to Nico Hines. Nico Hines here. He'll go outside to Wade Graham. Wade Graham back to Talakai. Talakai here. Talakai's still going. It's not been tackled yet. He can get the offload away. He does. He gives it off to Blake Brayley at the 45. He gives it off right-hand side. McInnes, he'll give that ball again off. It's Jack Williams. Jack Williams still going here. 4 tackle. They're going to be 45 metres out of the line. 4 tackle. Will they go for a 2-point field goal? No, they'll go out left-hand side to Trindle. Trindle goes, and that is the Sharks season. That's the Sharks season. Man, this team is their own worst enemies. Honestly, wow. So 43 seconds to go here. Talakai loses the ball there. Trindle's had an awful game tonight, man. I've told you guys all season he's not a 6. Alright, so the Roosters here. It's first tackle. They should be able to hold the rest of this game out. Roosters here at the 40. Oh, it was stripped, but the Roosters do get it at the 45. Jeez, Royce Hunt nearly got that ball, though. Alright, 20 seconds to go here. All right, well, it's looking like Sharky season is done. Walker to run it backwards to end it. 9 seconds to go here. Brandon Smith, he'll go right-hand side. They'll be taken down at the 35, and that's it. That's the Shark season. That is the Shark season. The Sharkies are out of the comp. The Roosters go through. They win 13-12. They win 13-12 there. They do take on the Storm next week in Melbourne. I feel for my mum, man. I feel for my mum. But they do take on the Storm next week in Melbourne. So good on to the Roosters there. What a game. Absolutely fantastic game there for both those teams. Obviously, Sharkies kind of threw it away in the end. But, you know, in the same sense, they've got to really think a lot more, man. Like, that's 2 home finals you've had. That's 3 finals in a row you've lost now. 2 finals last year. And then the final this year. You know, and 2 of them being at home. And to lose by 1 point... You need to ask your team a lot more, man. Like, you need to ask your team a lot more because that's now 2 times in a row at home you've lost by 1 point and you've just got knocked out of the season. So, there we go, guys. That is it. Yeah, if only they let Nico kick, Stewie. Absolutely. They missed 2 kicks today. They missed 2 kicks. And if Nico Hines had to kick that first one instead of Braden Trindle, they would be leading this game 14-13. They would have won. They would have won. So, there we go, guys. We're going to jump off for now. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. I'll be back here for Raiders versus the Tigers tomorrow. I'll be back here for Raiders versus the Tigers tomorrow. Not Raiders, Tigers. Raiders night, sorry. In the men's. In the women's, I'll be at the Titans versus... who they playing? The Eels. So that vlog will come out on Monday. But what a game. Crazy game. Like I said, thumbs up, subscribe. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for watching.